sacrificing them. From the heavy-duty frame to the welded steel deck to their trademark smooth track steering, Hustler Turf zero-turn mowers deliver professional-grade cut quality for a perfectly manicured lawn. It's your chance to be the envy of your neighborhood. Come see us at Warner Sales and Service on the Greenway New London Road in Rome, just off Route 365 between Rome and Verona. And we'll guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at warnerss.com.
Warner's, where quality still counts. At Warner's.
We all like convenience, right? ATMs, takeout food, drive-through pharmacies. Now, Bremer's is making it just as convenient to enjoy your favorite wines and spirits with Bremer's to go. It's simple. Place your order at bremerswineandliquor.com or save $5 on your first order with our mobile app. Order before 5 p.m. for pickup the same day. Hey, you could even call us when you get to the store and we'll bring your order right out and load it in the car for you. Now that's convenience. Maybe you're planning a party. Maybe you want to stock up on your favorite wines, or you just want to save time when you're out and about. Whatever the reason, at Bremer's, we're all about incredible customer service. So when you're on the go, we are too. Order at bremerswineandliquor.com or save $5 with our mobile app. Order before 5 p.m. for pickup the same day. It's Bremer's to go, available 7 days a week from Bremer's Wine and Liquor on Commercial Drive in New Hartford.
It's time to start the program. It's time to earn our pay. It's time to meet the people on the Keeler Show today.
It's time to read the news and weather. Time to figure out what to say. It's time to turn the channel of the Keeler Show today. Why do we always listen? Keeler's always in the know. It makes me want to call him and tell him where to go.
And now let's get things started. Andrew, let's get things started.
It's time to get things started.
On the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, Keelerational. This is what we call the Keeler Show.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
Well, I really thought you were nuts yesterday, Jeff. To be honest with you, I'm like, what in the hell is he doing in the forecast? He's talking about smoke. And
How about
then yesterday happened. I've never seen anything like it.
Neither have I. I couldn't remember anything like that. I was asking people all day, like, what?
I'll tell you that I do remember it, something where we had the effects of smoke from something that occurred. Like there may have been a big fire somewhere or a forest fire somewhere, but I never, I never remember it being so significant. I mean, it literally lowered the temperature yesterday. It was a yellowy, the sun was trying to shine through, and it was this yellowy, smoggy smoke, something we're not used to. I talked to my son yesterday in Denver. He said that's usually about a couple of months for us in the last 4 or 5 years because of all the forest fires in California and in Denver as well, right? Or Colorado. You get a lot of these wildfires. But this is not something we're used to. So this morning, could you smell it?
Yeah, I thought I could.
I thought I could too. I didn't know if it was my head. Like this morning, I really felt like I could. It's still out there.
Yeah.
And now the rain. There's been a little bit of rain overnight, so it's brought it down to the ground. I feel like I can smell it just a little bit. And I will tell you this also. Yesterday, I felt like when I was outside, I constantly had this dust on my hands. I had to keep washing my hands. Again, this may all be in my head. I don't know. But they did say it was a small particle warning. I read that this morning. So it made for bad air quality, and I think we're going back at it again today, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Wow. This is, it is something.
There's what are they officially calling it? The Department of Environmental Conservation at Albany issuing an air quality health advisory for fine particulates. Thought it was particles, but fine particulates until midnight tonight.
Until midnight tonight.
Yeah, air quality level as in outdoor air predicted to be greater than air quality index of 100 for fine particulates.
And then we might be going back at it all over again tomorrow. Wow.
Yeah.
Although the rain may help things. What my son said happens in Denver is you'll get all the smog, and then they'll get a good day of rain, and the next day will be clear because it literally brings all of that smoke down onto the ground. Crazy.
Yeah. I just don't ever remember anything like that before.
I completely agree with you. All right, this morning, Chris Christie looks like he's going to become, we've kind of thought it was happening. What do you have, Davey? What do you have?
Nothing.
Have you ever seen smoke like this before?
It was terrible yesterday.
Yeah.
I was out mowing my lawn, and it was bad.
Yeah. You couldn't even see the lawn.
No.
It was terrible.
No, not
that bad. Okay. And I got to tell you, we did have neighbors who had an outdoor pit fire.
Yeah.
On Sunday. And I don't know how you do that with this. You said you sprayed all around and tried to wet the ground, but even then, the ground is so dry.
Yeah.
And last night we got a little bit of rain. We might get some more rain today, which will be pretty good. All right, this morning we're going to tell you how you can win. I'm getting this summer. We're getting New York Sash windows. 4 New York Sash windows put into our home, brand new, triple pane, triple glazed. These are we get the grates, and they're raised grates on both sides, inside and out, so it looks like the old-fashioned style windows. And all you have to do is sign up, and you could win the same 4 windows that I'm getting.
Really?
Not you.
Wow.
Sorry.
Thanks.
And we'll also tell you that we're going to team up with Eyewitness News and hold the first ever, at least our first ever, on-location national anthem singing contest for the Boilermaker post-race party.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I'm actually looking forward to that.
Pretty excited about it. It'll be at Babes coming up on the 28th of June, which is a Wednesday night. We'll do it Babes. Do it at Babes. And if you can sing, and you'd like to be in front of, 20, 30, 40,000 people at the post-race party singing the national anthem, usually just as the planes go flying over, you finish the anthem, it could be you. So we'll give you details on that coming up later on this morning as well.
So people could get our autographs.
They could what?
You can give autographs out when you're there.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
I just don't see that.
I'm just saying.
Okay, all right. Have you been giving out autographs because of Jimmy? I think you have. People are asking for your autograph, aren't they?
I've given out a few.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Let me tell you, ask Davey for his autograph because he signs $1 bills. He'll sign a dollar bill and give you $1. You'll walk away with a valuable autograph.
That's very cool, bud.
Pretty cool, Davey.
See, when I sign something, it usually goes down.
I would highly suggest people when we come out there on that Wednesday night, Davey will be there. You're gonna be with us. Ask for Davey's autograph. Jimmy's man, Davey. Jimmy Fallon's man, Davey.
How do you sign it? You sign it Davey, or you sign it Uncle Smitty, or how are you signing these?
The one I signed was for a close personal friend. I signed it Uncle Smitty.
Okay,
Uncle
nice.
Smitty.
Yeah. Just don't call him David in the morning. You don't like that. No, it's Davey. It's not David. Dr. Ken Hall is on this morning. Craig Flint, Eyewitness News chief meteorologist, will speak to him this morning in regards to this smoke and how it's affecting our weather and air quality. We'll do that as well with a bunch more this morning. The Apple event was yesterday.
Yeah, well.
Anybody watch any of it?
No.
Nobody? Let me tell you, I was impressed. And then they came out with what might be a world changer. Like when the iPhone came out, that was huge.
Okay.
When even when you think about it, when the App Store came out, when iTunes came out, all of these things were just enormous, groundbreaking announcements. And this Apple Vision Pro, a VR headset for the future, is, I haven't read any of the reviews, but it's the only complaint I can see is price point. But it's unbelievable. It'll be out by the end of the year. And you could put these, I hope somebody watched it and you call in and let me know what you think. 315-736-0186. Or you got the review of what they listed. So there'll be updates with the operating systems, all of that. That's all cool. New laptop, cool. Using the M2 Ultra or Max chip, all that stuff, very impressive. But these Vision Pro goggles, they're VR headsets. You literally can put on the goggles and operate your computer. Now, you operate your computer, you got to watch the video. I won't be able to describe it well. You operate your computer. Imagine, Davey, you're looking in the room, you have the goggles on, and you see the entire room. I see, Devin over here. I see Jeff. I see Davey straight ahead. And you're looking around the room, and you bring up your computer screen. And you place your computer screen over here. I can still see you guys. Meanwhile, you can't really see my eyes, but what they have done is they've recreated a visual of your eyes, so it looks like, when you look at me, it looks like you're looking at my eyes.
What?
It gets even better. So now you place the computer screen over here. Let's say you want to watch a movie, and you want to feel like you're in the theater. You take the screen, all using your fingers in the air like this, like as if you're, I did this when I was hallucinating in the hospital. I was like grabbing things in the air. That's kind of what you're doing here. This was a few years back. Anyway, you then look at, for instance, you want to open up your web browser. You look at the icon, and you do this with your finger, and it opens it up just by looking at it. It's incredible. So say you wanted to watch a movie and you wanted a home theater setup. You can make it seem as if you're looking at a movie screen, and it feels like you're looking at a movie screen.
I'm trying to watch this here.
And you're watching your favorite movie or what have you. How about this is the coolest, FaceTime, or maybe you're using, what are some of the other platforms other than FaceTime? Zoom, any of those.
Sure, okay.
You can put the glasses on, but here's the problem I was thinking about. This would be really stupid because you're going to be looking at me, and I'm going to be wearing glasses on Zoom, these goggles on Zoom. I don't know that I don't know that I like that. That's not going to happen. They've created an artificial intelligence visual of you that looks human, looks like you with depth, 3D depth. And that's what you'd see on the other end. You would not see you wearing the glasses. It's just mind-blowing. I've never seen anything like it. I was looking at it. Like, I'm thinking the problem you're going to have is going to be like opium for some people. You want to travel somewhere, you just put these glasses on and you travel there. You feel it exactly as if you were there. So people are just going to sit around and put these glasses on. I don't know if it's good or bad.
They thought we were obese before.
Oh, we're going to be. Now we're going to be able to say, you'll be able to say the word again. Fat. You'll be able to say it again.
Wow. So I am watching this video. Boy, this is kind of a different
It's
experience.
unbelievable. I mean, just take the time to watch this thing. Here's the problem, though. The price point, these goggles are going to be like $3,400.
Yeah.
So, because you'd want...
My first guess was 35. My second guess was 5,000.
I got to tell you, with your family, you're there with your family, you have one pair of goggles, you're going to watch a movie together. Well, you can't do that.
No.
You need at least two. But then you've got the kids. The kids want to watch the movie with us. It's a family night. You have 5 kids. You'll be spending $15,000 on these. More than $15,000. Close to $20,000. But it is really, really something. If you get a chance to check it out, check it out.
So what are you getting?
Huh? What? I'm not getting anything yet.
You're not getting this, no?
I've upgraded recently, so I'm kind of laying low. None of the new products are the new laptop is out. There's a new Mac Studio that's out. a new Mac Pro that will be out. You can get all those by next week. But this item will not be available until end of the year, I think, maybe even the beginning of next year. But it is unbelievable. Mayor Adams in New York City is changing his plans for housing migrants.
Okay.
According to the latest news, the mayor is unveiling a plan to house the migrants in houses of worship. And the next step will be private homes. New York City will now be housing migrants in houses of worship, the city's latest attempt to manage the more than 72,000 people who have flowed into the city since last spring. Standing in City Hall in the Rotunda, flanked by dozens of faith leaders, Mayor Adams announced the creation of the faith-based shelter program Monday morning and hinted that his next step would be enlisting private residents to house migrants in their homes.
For money?
Not forcing, but they would be paid. They would be willing participants. This is an opportunity to built on a crisis, he said. The mayor said of his new faith-based initiative. We were in the process for months of sitting down with our faith leaders, trying to navigate many of the complexities that are associated with how to use spaces as a place for respite centers and places that people can sleep, and at the same time maintain the worshiping services. When we were walking we were a week and a half ago, right around Memorial Day, we were in the city, and the only thing I saw was these two women and like 4 kids. One was a baby, and they're sitting there, and there's a sign that said, "We're migrants, please help us."
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. I immediately walked by. Because you don't know today.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It very well could be a complete scam.
Right.
I mean, there's no reason for them to be out on the street, right?
Correct.
The mayor's taking care of them. But you got these people out on the street, and, I'm like, well, maybe they are migrants. But how would I know? They're probably making more money than you're making. That's one of the things to think about.
Yeah, probably.
No, they're definitely making more money than we're making.
That's funny. It's
How about this story of a pediatrician? This is the problem we have in the world. We live in a world where if you are someone who craves little kids, you're a pedophile. You want to put yourself in a position a position of trust, right?
right.
You want to be a Boy Scout leader. You want to be a priest. You want to be a gym coach, a teacher, or a pediatrician. This is the most incredible violation. This is out of the Webster area, Rochester area. Webster. A pediatrician has agreed to give up being a doctor after admitting he inappropriately touched a child, according to troopers. Dr. Adam Weiss pleaded guilty last week to endangering the welfare of a child, acknowledging he had inappropriate contact with a 9-year-old last fall inside his Rochester area home. During his hearing, the 37-year-old doctor agreed to forfeit his medical license. He was a pediatrician.
Yeah, that's crazy. The
troopers, disgusting.
Yeah. Don't they say that this wasn't related to his medical practice, though?
It looks like it happened at his home.
Right.
But he's agreed to give up his medical practice.
It's unbelievable, yeah, because he was brought in for arraignment, and you seldom see this, but he pled guilty when he was arraigned. And interestingly, the initial charge, that what he pled to was only a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
Endangering the welfare of a child. That's
in
it.
exchange for his plea to the misdemeanor charge, misdemeanor, he only pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor. He is set to serve 3 years on probation.
So what did he do?
Well, all they're saying is he inappropriately touched a child. Now, it was not a patient, but that doesn't make it any better.
I can't, but in a sexual fashion, correct? Is that what's being alleged?
What I'm saying is, according to the court documents, endangering the welfare of a child, acknowledging he had inappropriate contact with a 9-year-old last fall inside his Rochester area home. That could mean a lot of different things. I don't know what it exactly means. They're not disclosing that.
Yeah, it can mean a lot of different things.
He had worked at the Wolcott Medical Center since December of 2016, earned his medical degree from the University of Rochester School of Medicine and Dentistry. and he has decided that a guilty plea to endangering the welfare of a child, that was the plea. He has agreed to give up his license. He's 37 years old.
And he gets 3 months probation.
Yeah, I don't think
Or
he...
3 years. Excuse me, 3 years probation.
I don't even think he has to register as a sex offender.
No, it's a misdemeanor charge he pled to.
So, but again, we don't know exactly what the inappropriate touching was. But either way, it was enough to wind up in court. So that's just brutal when you look at these things. I have to break. Coming up in a second, we'll speak with Ryan Schmelz on the Chris Christie announcement that he is running for president. There's also a movement out there right now. This is interesting. Some people in the Democratic Party are moving to, even though Joe Biden is the candidate, to allow other candidates to get in and to hold debates. You think
right.
You think Democrats don't want somebody else? But who would it be?
Joe, just in case you don't make it, bud.
Listen, I think they tolerate Joe Biden. I mean, that fall the other day was pretty scary. Although he popped right up and he handled it. I don't know how he did that. He hopped right up, blamed it on the sandbags. Somebody sandbagged him. But it immediately made, I think, people, Republicans and Democrats alike, thinking, oh, my God, it could be Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
That's what people are thinking.
Funny.
So there's a movement there. That's kind of interesting. Anyway, we'll talk to Schmelz coming up in just a few minutes. Stand by. 6:37. There's some smog in the area, even this morning. But we're going to get some rain today. 6:37. We'll talk to meteorologist Craig Flint right after the 7 o'clock news about all of this smog and smoke. Temperatures lower than normal, than what they should be. And the sun unable yesterday to break through. We'll talk about all of it coming up on WIBX.
I can't take this kitchen any longer. Carl, we need to start looking for a new house.
Honey, you know the housing market is tight. It's going to be next to impossible to find something that we like.
I know, but this kitchen has to go.
Hey, what about a home equity loan from Adirondack Bank? We can turn the equity from our home into cash to renovate, just the way you want.
Renovate?
Adirondack Bank has competitive rates, and they've been a trusted community bank for decades.
A new kitchen. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
Then, of course, we would need new furniture, and we could repair the deck, even add a pool, and take that trip to Italy that we've always talked about.
Whoa, slow down, honey. Let's go talk to the experts at Adirondack Bank about that home equity loan. Then we can decide where to start.
I've always wanted to add on a craft room, and our bathroom needs a facelift.
Don't move. Improve. Stop into your local Adirondack Bank branch for more information on a home equity loan or visit AdirondackBank.com. Bank local with Adirondack Bank, your hometown community bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Are you a licensed master social worker with a passion for making a difference in the lives of others? Do you have a desire to work in a supportive and compassionate environment? If so, hospice and palliative care may have the perfect opportunity for you. They are currently seeking a licensed master social worker to join their team. As a hospice social worker, you'll provide emotional support, counseling, and resources to patients and their families during a difficult time in their lives. You will work with their clinical team to develop and implement care plans, advocate for the patient's needs, and ensure that they receive the highest quality care. At Hospice, they believe that everyone deserves compassionate and dignified end-of-life care, and they are committed to providing their patients the support they need during this challenging time. To learn more about this exciting opportunity, visit their website at hospicecareinc.org or call today.
Hospice and palliative care. When you need us most.
Here's how we long for Skechers hands-free slip-in footwear.
The world has gone hands-free. However, if you want to put on a pair of sneakers, you still need to bend down and help your feet in. Until now. Introducing Skechers hands-free slip-in footwear. You don't need to reach down to help your heel in. You just step into them and off you go. So what's the secret? Well, there's a special smooth comfort pillow in the heel that helps your foot slide into place. And they stay on just like a pair of laced-up sneakers.
Get hands-free slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Flooring America knows that kids can put your floors through a lot. That's why they're offering deals on floors tough enough for your little tykes during the kid-proof flooring sale. Get to NGEM's Flooring America right now and save up to $1,000 plus 18 months of special financing on kid-proof floors. Shop a wide selection of beautiful, stylish floors that are built for play but priced to save. So stop by your local Flooring America, the place to find floors durable enough for whatever your kids can throw at them. Subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
He might not have a badge, but we have faith in his killer instinct. Celebrate the 10th anniversary of famed detective priest, Father Brown. Stream the new season now, only on BritBox.
That sounds like a marvellous plan.
Plus, watch even more unofficial detectives in much-loved series, including Agatha Christie's Marple, Murder in Provence, and more. Expect intriguing mystery. Expect the Undetectives. Start streaming today at BritBox.com.
WIBX 950 and 1069 FM. This is Keeler.
Da, 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 da. Well, good morning. Good morning. It's Tuesday morning, and coming up, we'll talk about New Jersey Governor Chris Christie talking about the fact that he is going to be running for president. He's a bit of a firecracker. He's willing to tell it like it is. DeSantis,
well, sometimes.
You're right. Sometimes. Lately, though, he has been quite critical of former President Trump. And DeSantis is kind of doing that same thing, too, right now.
Yeah, well, that's the trendy thing to do.
No, I don't know. It's been the trendy thing not to do, I feel. That you vaguely criticize, right?
Okay, yeah.
And then you kind of, because you don't want to upset his base, but you want his base to vote for you. But now they seem to be taking the gloves off just a little bit. But Christie's always been that guy, at least since he's dipping his toe into the.
Well, didn't he? What was the thing that set him off, Chris Christie? Because he worked for Trump. He was on the Trump team, and he was.
He was. Well, January 6th.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah. Bar in Australia had to cancel an event and then apologize because the concept of it was about giving women free drinks based on their bra size. Have we reached a point where this isn't okay anymore?
It's ridiculous. You can't do anything anymore.
Bring in your cup. So literally, your cup size depended on how much alcohol you were.
How many ounces you got? Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, listen. At some point, are they going to start saying you can't buy a pretty girl a drink? If your reason for buying her a drink is that you find her attractive, is that going to be offensive at some point?
I'm not sure that is this, but maybe, I don't know.
Well, it's essentially saying, listen, and I'm not associating attractiveness with the size of the cups in this particular case. I'm really not.
Attractiveness, though, we all admit. One person's attractiveness is another person's not so attractive.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So, but essentially, these larger busted women get a free drink or 2 free drinks or so many free drinks. They're saying you can't do that. It's offensive. Oh, wait, the bar canceled it themselves. Nobody came down on them. But I just think that's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, well, they had to cancel the event because they received so many complaints. Let's first of all play the local women talking about how it made them feel in Australia. Here we go.
I'll be like, what are the managers thinking?
I would try and go somewhere else, for sure. No, I wouldn't go there.
I'm not quite sure with it sending that type of message out. I don't think I'm comfortable with it now.
I'll bet you there are a lot of guys there.
Yeah, probably. Now, what if they did it, based on a particular male characteristic? Right? They said you got so many beers.
Well, then you'd be just dealing in shots. I'm afraid. Yeah, I think this is probably something that has passed. Now remember, it's not like the government came in and shut them down. This is Australia, so different rules.
Yeah.
Different constitution. All
but everybody's
that.
So offended, though.
But are you surprised that they're offended by this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am.
Yeah, I am not.
Look,
by any means.
If that's the way that place is, if that's how that place is, you don't have to go there.
The problem is, that's exactly what they've done. They've exercised their right to not go.
Right. So something
it,
tells me that wasn't their crowd anyway. They weren't really pulling in women who are offended by that type of crude humor.
You're taking the next step here. You're taking the step as if they were punished. That people were just saying, I can't believe they're doing this. They got so much pressure, they decided to cancel it. They got a lot of publicity out of it. I don't believe if this was a strip club, it may be a completely different thing. But imagine what it makes women feel like, that you must have large breasts in order to get the most out of your free drinks. I do think that's this is one I wouldn't put my neck out to defend. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm not putting my neck out to defend it, but I mean, look, restaurants do this thing where if you come in and you can eat the whole, whatever their big burger is, okay?
Yes.
You can get the meal for free.
Yeah.
Well,
much different.
It is much different, but it's more likely that I could do that than my son could do that.
True, right? True. But, it's not always, that's not to get into the weeds on this thing, but big guys are not the ones who can. The hot dog eating contest is always won by some skinny guy. Weirdest thing in the world. I don't know how it goes that way, but it's the way it works. The big brute that comes in, I can eat anything, usually loses.
That's
those
true.
Contests.
I just think it's a stupid thing. Look, it's a stupid way for a bar to get a promotion, right? I mean, how many dumb radio contests have been done over the years?
Right.
But at the same time, they wanted some publicity. They get it, and then they cancel it.
This would be a contest, I think, that probably would have flown in the 80s and early 90s on morning radio. Probably would have been some promotion that could have been done in the era. But today, it's a different world today. I'm not sure you can pull all that stuff off. Clearly, it's a little tougher. They had to cancel. Now, they got a lot of publicity out of it. Maybe that was their goal along the way. Ryan Schmelz could pipe in on this, maybe. He's been to a few bars in his day. Hi, Ryan. Good morning.
Well, I can attest to the skinny guys are the ones who eat the most, because I out-eat, and I'm only about 185 pounds. So it's pretty true.
You get that big guy coming in, and he's like, yeah, let me tell you, you watch me crush you. And meanwhile, he's vomiting off the stage about 2 feet over.
And I can also tell you, my mom has seen Michael Phelps eat in person, and she said it is a sight to behold.
Oh, you can only imagine. He'd be consuming. Yeah, I can only imagine. Yeah. So this story, though, is a bar in Australia had to cancel an event and then apologize because the concept of it was giving women free drinks based on their bra size. So the bigger the bra, the bigger the drink. And they had to cancel because of pressure. Is this an example of, boy, you can't do anything anymore? Or what are they thinking? Which category would you put it in?
Well, that's probably one I shouldn't be getting into.
Yeah.
Well, I think that says it all.
Oh, that's so funny. My boss said the same thing a few minutes ago. That is so very funny. All right, let's talk about Chris Christie. Is set to officially launch his bid for the presidency. What do you think here? What chances does the former New Jersey governor have?
Well, certainly, I think a lot of people are considering Chris Christie to be a long shot, and I think his 2016 performance is contributing to that. I think the fact that he had somewhat of a rocky ending to his time as governor of New Jersey certainly plays into that too, and certainly he's just not the candidate that we talk about the way we did back in 2016 and even 2012 when he was considered to be a likely front runner if he was going to run for president. So certainly there are a lot that he brings to the table. You know, he is probably going to be one of the few candidates who's going to come out against Donald Trump swinging and not be afraid to criticize former President Trump. Now, how much of an impact that's going to make on the campaign trail, I think that's what we're going to be watching for.
It is, and he has been quite open, especially when it comes to January 6th, in being critical of President Trump. He, while others have kind of been critical, even obviously Pence has been, but even Pence has been tempered in his description of what occurred on that day. Chris Christie has been blatant.
Right. And a lot of these candidates have been pretty subtle if they have taken jabs at former President Trump. There's a couple who have been a little more aggressive than others. Obviously, Asa Hutchinson has tried to make a big distinction between him and former President Trump. You also have Governor DeSantis, who's finally starting to come out and defend himself and kind of try to draw the difference between him and Trump as well. But, Christie has been a harsh critic of Trump for quite some time now. And it's kind of interesting because he's making his announcement in New Hampshire, and some people believe that New Hampshire was a place that he really maybe has turned the tide for Donald Trump, where he was able to, really hurt Marco Rubio's chances on the debate stage and ultimately kind of drop him down and have him have a tough performance in New Hampshire. And then he endorsed Donald Trump not long after that. So certainly it's a very different story this time around as Christie announces his campaign from New Hampshire.
Yeah. It is also, I find interesting about how the rumors are out there. Someone is running and how long it takes them to come out and officially say, yes, I'm running. It's a big deal to get into the arena with the former president.
It certainly is. And we had a podcast over the weekend where Kellyanne Conway kind of mentioned that, where she said, if you're going to get into a primary election with President Trump, you better come ready and you better come with a plan. And certainly we're kind of seeing what that plan is for some of these candidates. And some of that is to not really acknowledge him too much. And others have come out swinging. And I think we're kind of expecting Christie to be one of those candidates who is going to come out swinging against former President Trump. And what's interesting, too, is that, a lot of these candidates have spent a lot of time deliberating this decision. The governor of New Hampshire, Chris Sununu, who is somebody I was kind of watching to see who could shake things up because he is the governor of the second state on the primary ballot.
Yeah.
And he's a governor who's won quite substantially in his reelection bids. Him announcing yesterday that he's not going to be running, I think really opens that state up for a third candidate kind of swoop in there and make an impact.
Yeah, I was really surprised by that. The other part of this that should not go unnoticed is if you're the Democrat, if you're Biden or any Democratic strategist, you're saying just sit back and let them go because this is going to be a battle, and they don't have to be the ones criticizing President Trump.
Certainly that's true. But one thing I will say, though, is that you saw the Republicans in 2016 really go after each other pretty aggressively.
That's true.
And President Trump ended up winning the general. And you saw that in 2020 where a lot of those candidates spent a lot of time attacking Joe Biden because he was considered to be the front runner when that campaign got underway. And he still ended up winning the presidency. So I don't know if these, feisty primary processes are really as bad for the parties as many people might think they are.
However, it is not often that the candidate that you're criticizing is a former president and is under 3 pretty serious investigations. So this is, while I completely agree, this is definitely a very unique situation.
It is very unique in the fact that we have a former president who's running for president again, and he has this many primary challengers that are considered to be credible, including one of them being his vice president, or potentially his vice president if Pence ultimately announces tomorrow. So this is I don't know if there's a presidential election we can draw to compare to this one, but this definitely seems like a very unique situation here.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Does Trump have a nickname for him yet, for Christie?
You're putting me on the spot with that one.
He had to have had one.
I've come up with some if he doesn't.
Okay.
Cream cheese, cheesecake, corn-fed, corpulent, cardiac. These all fit. Cardiac, Chris Christie, they all fit. Trump will just roll them right off the tongue.
If I'm Trump, I would call him Bridgeton. I remember he had Bridgegate going on, and he's always on a diet. So Bridgeton.
I don't know.
Okay, Ryan, interesting stuff. Ryan Schmelz, Fox News, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you. Absolutely.
Have a great day. Ryan Schmelz with Fox News. You have others?
No. But we will take your suggestions via the WIBX 950 mobile app.
We talked about the. Did I get into the story about the Australian bar? Oh, I think I did. Yeah,
you mentioned it.
I did mention it. Have we talked about Ozempic butt?
What?
It's a thing. It is a thing.
Is that what you're on?
Ozempic, no.
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 Okay.
What?
I thought it was
does
from
look like
firsthand
my
experience. I
butt
don't know.
is growing or something?
No, I don't.
So Ozempic is, I think it's pretty obvious, but it's the pre-diabetes drug.
Okay.
And it is a drug that a lot of people are taking to lose weight. And they're losing significant amounts of weight.
Okay.
You lose 30, 40, 50, whatever you need to lose, you lose weight. The problem comes in, though, like so many other diets, that the minute you stop taking Ozempic, people are reporting now that you balloon. You put on weight and then some. So here's what they're saying. It all began when folks discovered the diabetes medication was also pretty darn effective when it came to trying to take the pounds off. But we quickly learned there were some drawbacks, such as Ozempic Face, is what it was called. And that is you put on weight and your face gets really big. Now, because things never...
Oh, my goodness.
There's apparently Ozempic butt as well. If you're wondering just what the world Ozempic butt is, it's kind of like Ozempic Face, but in the butt. For those who missed that one, the condition is just a term for the look of someone's face appearing thinner when they lose a lot of weight quickly. Weight loss, whether it is from diet, exercise, surgery, or medication, takes a toll on one's face. Fat in the face helps us maintain a naturally youthful appearance. When you lose facial fat, the face often appears skeletonized, especially in people who lose large amounts of weight. The face can appear significantly older. That is very, very true. So when you lose a lot of weight, the wrinkles show. People will say you look older.
People are making memes out of Elon Musk and the Kardashians with this Ozempic face.
The report said that the combination of losing weight fast and malnutrition may lead to poor skin elasticity in areas that are usually well-defined on the body. It suggested that a healthy exercise routine while on the medication could help prevent the issue as well. So if you're looking to lose weight, thinking about going on Ozempic, you might want to be ready, because if you lose too much, you may have Ozempic face or Ozempic butt. Or you might have both.
But that happens when somebody loses a lot of weight, though.
It does, yeah. The face. Well, I think what happens is with a heavier face, you're stretching out the skin, and none of the wrinkles don't show. But when you lose that weight, the wrinkles end up showing. So there you go. There you have it. We have news coming up straight ahead. Stand by. Then Craig Flint, Eyewitness News chief meteorologist, on the smoke in the air, the smog that we're dealing with right now.
Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. Great service at a great price.
Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair welcomes you to the grand opening of their brand new state-of-the-art facility located on East Chestnut Street in Rome. A grand opening celebration will be held at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair on Wednesday, June 14th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Come and meet and take a photo with Mario Andretti, one of the most winning racers of all time. Mario Andretti is a Formula One, IndyCar, World Sports Car Championship, and NASCAR winner. An Indy display card will be on site for photos along with food and special offers. Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair grand opening celebration Wednesday, June 14th from 1 to 4 p.m. East Chestnut Street in Rome.
Warner Sales and Service. Building relationships, building trust.
This is Lynn from Warner Sales and Service. Mow like a pro with Hustler Turf Zero-Turn Mowers. Hustler mowers are designed to be maintenance and service friendly for the everyday homeowner while not sacrificing the build and cut quality they're known for. From the heavy-duty frame to the welded steel deck to their trademark smooth track steering, Hustler Turf Zero-Turn Mowers deliver professional grade cut quality for a perfectly manicured lawn. It's your chance to be the envy of your neighborhood. Come see us at Warner Sales and Service on the Greenway New London Road in Rome, just off Route 365 between Rome and Verona. And we'll guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at warnerss.com.
Warner's, where quality still counts. At Warner's.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX 950 Utica Rome, W295DI Utica Rome, your news, talk, and sports leader, a Town Square media station.
They're going after the head of the FBI. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. House Republicans readying a hearing Thursday to consider holding Director Christopher Wray in contempt of Congress.
This has just been a very messy week already, and it's Tuesday.
Congresswoman Nancy Mace tells Fox Wray will not hand over a key document in their probe into President Biden and his family business dealings.
They don't want to share that document, not because the whistleblower isn't reliable. It's because they're too reliable, and they need to protect that whistleblower.
Now, the document alleges the FBI source that Joe Biden was involved in a bribery scheme involving foreign money while he was vice president. Wray did not let the Oversight Committee chair view the document. He did let him view the document, along with the panel's top Democrat, did not hand it over. Congressman Jamie Raskin was there, looked at it, and says no criminal charges were ever filed.
I'm just surprised that my colleagues want to try to litigate this in public, much less hold the director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation in contempt for complying with their request.
California's Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom has tweeted a threat of possible kidnapping criminal charges against Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, a Republican running for president, after a second flight of migrants in the U.S. illegally arrived in Sacramento.
They believe the individuals were approached in Texas, taken to New Mexico, and flown to California's capital, and that both trips were arranged by Florida, citing transport documents linked to a program run by the Florida Division of Emergency Management.
Fox's Kristen Goodwin, a potential flood disaster in the war in Ukraine.
Millions of gallons of water is gushing from a gaping hole in the Kakhovka Dam in a Russian-controlled part of Ukraine. Kiev says Russian forces blew it up along with a hydroelectric power station. Russia contends the explosion was caused by a Ukrainian military strike.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. In France, they're remembering a key battle 79 years ago that helped liberate Europe from the Nazis in World War II.
On D-Day, courage won out over terror.
Defense Secretary Lord Austin at a ceremony in Normandy. America's listening to Fox News.
To all my friends, you're going to love Legacy Box. They make reclaiming your glory days as simple as 1, 2, 3. It's simple. You go around your house and you find every family photo, all your VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, reel-to-reel tapes, maybe even 8mm tapes, and the Legacy Box team will professionally digitize everything and put it up in the cloud or send you a thumb drive. Now, magnetic tape like VHS camcorder was only made to last 10 to 20 years. It does deteriorate very quickly, and that means you're losing those family memories over time. Now, Legacy Box saves and protects all of your family media, and they make sure that all those photos, all those videos are saved in perpetuity so they can be passed on for generations to come and easily shared. If you do it today, you get 40% off. It's their all-in-one digitizing kit. Take advantage of this exclusive offer right now. Use your Legacy Box whenever you're ready. Just go to legacybox.com/now. That's legacybox.com/now, N-O-W.
We have cloudy skies, 52 degrees. WIBX News time is 7:03. This news update is brought to you by the Forgo Agency. Celebrate Flag Day with a flag exchange. Bring in your old American flag to the Forgo Agency on June 13th and 14th to exchange it for a brand new one. A total of 10 people displaced by a fire that tore through the second story of a two-family home in East Utica. Firefighters say no one was injured in the Sunday afternoon blaze at 518 Wetmore Street. Arriving firefighters reported heavy fire and smoke billowing from the second floor and extending into the attic. Ultimately, a large hole was cut in the roof to allow for ventilation. You can find photos of the scene on our website, WIBX950.com. The cause of that fire still under investigation. A guard who was fired from his job at Destiny USA is expected to make a court appearance today. The Post-Standard reports that Bruce Levesque is scheduled to face a judge after being accused of making threats of mass harm. Levesque allegedly told his now former co-workers that he wanted to shoot up the mall and also the upcoming Pride Parade in Syracuse. Levesque had been banned from mall property, but not the parade because it is a public event, and he has not been convicted of a crime. Anglers on the Bass Pro Tour set to kick off their latest competition at Cayuga Lake today. The Major League Fishing event is scheduled to run through Sunday, and it's featuring some of the biggest stars in the league. The anglers will be hoping to get a share of the $800,000 purse, which includes $100,000 for the winner. They'll also be looking to secure points so they can take part in the Tour Championship. Yes, Smitty? Am I going? I'm not an angler. Popular comedian Bill Burr announcing he's going to be heading back to Central New York and Syracuse later this year. He's scheduled to be at the Upstate Medical Arena at the On-Center War Memorial Tuesday, October 3rd. Tickets go on sale this Friday morning at 10. More smoke in the forecast? Well, we'll see. Here's what we can expect today from Eyewitness News.
I'm Eyewitness News Chief Meteorologist Craig Flint in the WIBX Weather Center. Today, partly sunny, few spotty showers or rumbles. Winds increase once again for the afternoon and evening, a high of 72. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 48. Tomorrow, mostly sunny early, then becoming partly sunny and breezy. Bit cooler, but comfortable, a high near 70. For more on your local forecast, tune to Eyewitness News at 6 on WUTR. I'm meteorologist Craig Flint on WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM.
We have cloudy skies and 52 degrees at 7:06.
Broadcasting from the IBEW local sports desk, I'm Devin Furpo with sports. The Golden Knights are 2 wins away from hoisting the Stanley Cup. The top overall seed in the Western Conference blew out the Panthers 7-2 in Game 2 from Las Vegas. Jonathan Mastersalt and Brett Howden each scored a pair of goals, while Alec Martinez, Nicholas Roy, and Michael Amadio also lit the lamp. Aiden Hill made 29 saves for Vegas, which is up 2-0 in the best-of-7 series. The Panthers are hoping to avoid a 3-0 deficit when the series shifts to Sunrise for Game 3 on Thursday. The NBA Finals have shifted to South Beach. The Miami Heat will host the Denver Nuggets for Game 3 of the 2023 Finals on Wednesday night at the Casa Center. The Heat envied the series at 1 win apiece.
They evened.
They evened the series 1 win apiece with a 111-108 victory on Sunday night in Denver. Miami star duo Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler both totaled 21 points in the win. Tip-off is set for 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. The Yanks are back in the Bronx with hopes of extending their winning streak to 3 games. New York opens a 3-game series set against the Chicago White Sox tonight at Yankee Stadium. Right-hander Clark Schmidt is expected to make his 13th start of the season for the Yanks. The Bronx Bombers are currently 3rd in the AL East at 36-25. The Mets are about to begin a 6-game road trip. New York faces the beasts of the NL East when it opens a 6-game set against the Atlanta Braves tonight at Truist Park. Carlos Carrasco is slated to make his 7th start of the season. The Mets have dropped each of their last 3 games and are currently 3rd in the division at 30-30. I'm Devin Furpo for Sports, WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM.
If you're looking for flooring, boy, do I have the perfect place for you. This is Bill Keeler, and I highly recommend Sarah's Flooring Outlet, the area's leading flooring store. They have the absolute largest inventory in Central New York, and it's a brand new store at the Route 49 Plaza in Marcy. And if you're looking for Pergo Extreme, they have a price guarantee anywhere in the area within a 60-mile radius of their store. It's a pretty awesome deal, and you know you're going to get the best deal at Insera's. Log on to their website at InserasFlooringOutlet.com and sign up to save $50 off your next purchase of $500 or more. You can shop online or in the store. You will not find a better selection than Insera's Flooring Outlet. See why more people buy from the big store. Its selection, its price, and it's a 6-month interest-free financing. Log on to the website, InserasFlooringOutlet.com, and see for yourself or visit their store. Insera's Flooring Outlet, Route 49 Plaza, River Road in Marcy.
Get ready for an evening of jaw-dropping illusions, mystifying mind magic, and hilarious routines when the legendary duo of magic, Penn and Teller, dispatch their favorite magicians to your town. Don't miss Penn and Teller's The Foolers, bringing TV's trickiest magicians live to the stage at the Stanley Theater for an unforgettable, unbelievable event on Saturday, September 16th. Get your tickets now at thestanley.org before they disappear, or call 315-724-4000.
Summer is here, and that's something to smile about. Shulman and Rosansky Family Dentistry will give you a smile that will last long after summer.
I'm Dr. Andrew Rosansky, letting you know that summer will come and go, but a great smile never goes out of season. Crowns, veneers, or cleaning will make a big difference. Give us a call today.
Get the smile that gets smiles at Shulman and Rosansky Family Dentistry, 1 Paris Road, New Hartford, and online at uticasmiles.com.
Get a great deal on select Kubota equipment, the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S. The versatile lineup features performance-matched attachments to help you make the most of your land. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months. Now through June 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com/offers for full disclaimer.
Log on or give us a call today at WhitesFarmSupply.com.
White's Farm Supply.
Heart failure, carpal tunnel syndrome, shortness of breath, stomach issues, lower back pain. How does it all add up? If you have heart failure and any of those seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, it's time to talk with your cardiologist and get the full picture. They may add up to transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy. ATTR-CM is a rare and underdiagnosed disease. Recognize the signs and discuss them with your doctor soon. Learn more at connectwithyourheart.com. That's connectwithyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So, you've got an oil change coming up. Consider STP Conventional to save on motor oil for your everyday vehicle. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP oil filter for only $26.99. Get the complete job done at the right price at any of our 6,200 stores or on AutoZone.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Hey, I got to say that if you're thinking about selling your home or a property here in this 2023, then here we go. River Hills Properties is ready to assist you. They serve all of Utica, Rome, the Mohawk Valley, upstate, including the Adirondacks, the North Country. They service all over upstate New York, and it's the services that they provide. Every time your house is shown, your listing agent is there. That's the way they do it. That means if a potential buyer has a question, the listing agent can answer. They dig in to determine the value in your home, to work with you and to ask questions so they know your home like you know your home. And they lower that stress level by being on the spot and basically serving as an assistant to you as you're trying to sell your property. It can be stressful. It can be difficult. There's no doubt about it. In some cases, it can be emotional. Having a listing agent on your side every step of the way makes all the difference in the world. River Hills Properties, with offices in Barneville, Little Falls, Utica, and online it's riverhillspropertiesllc.com. Call 315-896-1009 if you're thinking about selling your home or your property. Nobody sells homes like River Hills Properties.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
Coming up, you remember, might have been a year ago, 8 months ago, the fall, I guess it would have been in the fall, that the Observer Dispatch employees over the OD were out on strike?
Yes.
Well, now, today, Gannett newspapers around the Northeast have all gone on strike. It's a one-day walkout. They're saying, well, it's not going to change anything, but even as close to us as Rochester, Democrat and Chronicle, all going out saying they demand leadership change and that the way they're being operated and the cut after cut after cut has just destroyed local news and destroyed their newspaper and destroyed many journalists who no longer have a job or at least a viable job.
That's absolutely true. So now we've gone from the writers' strike to the news writers' strike.
Yeah. I'm not sure this is going to last the way the writers' strike is.
Right.
Because the problem here is I don't know that these people have that much of much leverage.
Correct.
The newspaper.
They're like, fine, quit, and we'll just find somebody else.
Yeah, well, you were already fresh out of college. We'll just find somebody. And you know what? It's June. A lot of fresh out of college students out there to take advantage of. All right. If you've been following and just watching, looking out your window at this haze, a yellowish brown, would you call it, color that was very unique, something you normally don't see out of the sky on an overcast day. That was smoke and smog coming from fires in Canada. something that meteorologist Craig Flint warned us about, and I just never expected it to be as significant as it was yesterday. Craig Flint on the line right now. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Yeah, this was something yesterday.
Yeah, it was the thickest I've seen in quite a while. You know, this happens occasionally through the year. But yesterday it was really something. Definitely not your typical haze that you see in the sky.
I found that what was interesting is if you had something shiny in your yard or outdoors or as you're driving, the sun was trying to peek through that smog, and it was a different glare. It was something like, it almost seemed to me, it looked like somebody had a floodlight that was pointing on something shiny. I don't know the phenomena, but it was almost, I guess really what we're talking about is like when you're if you're shooting a commercial for video or even still photography, the photographer will put a filter on the light.
Right.
That's what it felt like yesterday. I thought anyway.
Yeah, it's almost like a little shim or something.
Yeah.
It was definitely thicker. I mean, what you were looking at there is absorption. Between the sunlight and the kind of the lower levels of the atmosphere, scattering out different forms of light, and it's getting bounced back into space. And usually smoke in the atmosphere is a good thing, but it's only a good thing at 20,000, 30,000 feet because it acts as ozone, right?
Yeah.
So that ozone is what keeps us protected from all the harmful stuff from the sun. It becomes a little bit more problematic when it's not 20, 30,000 feet up. It's more like 30, 40 feet off the ground.
Right. Yeah.
And the reason for that is because the proximity to these wildfires. Usually when we see this happen, we're talking about wildfires in the province of Alberta or out in the western United States. As weather goes in the United States, it's west to east moving, generally speaking. Well, we're kind of in this weird blocky pattern in the atmosphere right now where we actually have more of a northerly component to the wind, and the upper level steering winds are grabbing a whole bunch of that smoke. And again, I mentioned the proximity of the wildfires. These wildfires right now are burning in Quebec, so we're already closer to them from a geographical standpoint. So right away, the smoke is going to be lower in the atmosphere. And that's the reason why it was so thick. Now, you hear air quality alerts, and everyone's Alexa is telling them, is this something to worry about? For the average healthy person, no.
Right.
If you don't have any problems, respiratory problems, you're good. But if you have COPD or asthma or some sort of respiratory ailment, this is pretty noticeable to you.
Yeah.
I was going to start a war here. It's the new COVID-19.
Yeah. Well, that would, get your mask back out. So, all right. Where this was really significant is it literally lowered the temperature yesterday.
Yeah. It can have that kind of effect. I mean, we probably, if it were a perfectly clear sunny day, which it was, by the way.
Yeah.
It would have been. It just didn't look like it. I mean, these weren't clouds. This was smoke. So if we didn't have the smoke, it would have been a beautiful day. But what that does is it knocks about 4 or 5 degrees off the temperature. So we were somewhere in the low 70s yesterday, upper 60s to like low 70s, barely. If we were sunny, completely sunny, I mean, we could have been mid and upper 70s yesterday. But
What do you?
Yeah, definitely.
What do you expect today? Will we still see this today? Although we might get some rain, and I believe the rain helps. It brings it down.
It does.
Yeah.
Yep. Rain definitely would help clear that aerosol out. I don't expect. The problem, I think, guys, is I'm not sure if it's going to be quite enough. I mean, we'll take whatever we can get. Any little bit will help. There will be a few showers around today and really through the rest of the week, but I don't think this smoke really leaves anytime soon. What I do think, though, is that it will kind of thin out a little bit, so it's not going to be quite as bad as we go through today and into tomorrow. But there's still going to be kind of that hazy look to the sky, at least the next 2 days. But before we can maybe see some improvements by later in the week.
Wow, this is, as I think I said to you in an email last night, I didn't expect this to be as significant as it was.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty thick. Like I said, it's the thickest I've seen it in a long time, and I've been doing this 16 years, and I don't recall recently that of seeing something like this either.
Okay, two things that I wanted to ask you your thoughts on. Yesterday, I was outdoors doing some things, and I felt like a grittiness on my hands. Maybe not even a grittiness, almost as if I worked in a dusty garage, and I felt that. Was that any part of this, or is it all in my head?
You know what? I think it's in your head.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
probably
know.
is. What about the smell? I had people saying I can smell it, and I'm like, I don't know that I can smell it. I don't think I can smell it.
So yeah, no. In terms of what was on your hands, I think that has nothing to do with it. But I have, there have been some cases where people say, yeah, I kind of smell it. Now, I haven't personally, but I think I'm not sure that my scent is 100% up to snuff since I had COVID a while back.
Right. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think in some cases, you might catch a little whiff of it here and there for sure.
All right. Okay. Anything further, Jeff? You're good?
No, that was. It's funny, as a smoker, I don't think I can smell it, but there does seem to be like a weird taste on my lips. I don't know what that is, but
I was noticing
Marlboro or USA Gold.
Could be. I was noticing yesterday my hair was thinning. I don't know if it had anything to do with it.
It was Canadian Gold, is what it was.
Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah. I knew that. Our minds are working on this. I mean, and the reality is, we get to that point where you don't know, is it something, or is it
the power of suggestion?
That's right.
There's smoke in the air. I can smell it. I can taste it.
First thing I do when I get up in the morning is I say to my wife, wow, do I smell good? And it sets the pace for the whole day.
Yeah, the mind can play some tricks with you, especially when you know it's there.
Yes,
So
that is true. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this will dissipate as the week goes on, but I feel like it's one of those, we don't get that many great days, although this has been amazing. When was the last time it really rained, other than last night? We didn't get that much. But I feel like this is one where they took a good day away from us.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be a good day yesterday, and they took it away.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any problem with Canada and our neighbors to the north. I love imports. I just prefer Molson Canadian. I don't know about wildfire smoke. I wish they could keep that.
Yeah.
But on that note, I hear what you're saying, Keeler. But you just had like over 2 weeks of great weather.
Oh my God, you're right. I mean, and it
over 2 weeks.
It does make you wonder. They keep talking about extremes, and I know you don't like to go there, but it does feel like we're moving into a season of extremes. Whether that means very, very hot or really bad thunderstorms or what have you. You don't buy any of that, though.
Well, I don't. It's not whether or not I buy it. It's the fact it's the science, right?
Yeah,
so we're going into an El Nino year, and an El Nino year for the Northeast usually tends to be pretty ho-hum to begin with, right?
Mhm.
So it's pretty quiet. It's usually a little bit cooler than normal. No big storms. And I think that's the pattern that we're kind of setting ourselves up into. So everything will always average out, but it looks like we are going to turn cooler into June.
Okay.
I don't see anything organized, but we definitely chill out here going into the month. No more
Okay.
80s
Yeah.
for quite a while, I don't think.
All right. Okay. We appreciate it, Craig. Thanks so much. Enjoy your day. I know you were up late last night, and you got us up this morning for us because of the smoke. Thank you for that.
No problem.
All right. Have a great day.
See you later.
Meteorologist Craig Flint. And interesting stuff, though, right? We're talking about something that I don't ever remember seeing, and he's been doing this for 16 years. He doesn't remember it. It's really incredible.
And certainly not to that extent. I mean, there have been times where it was hazy. And I
Yeah,
remember some
yeah.
I think it was some California wildfires where they said
Yeah,
it
you'd
was
give
an
it a
air
little
quality
yeah.
issue, but
never like this.
No.
This was really something.
Are you scared? Does this scare you? Make you think that there's more going on than they're telling us?
Not at all.
No?
No. I think there are fires in Canada.
I think there's a new conspiracy brewing out there.
Oh, that's coming. There's no doubt about it. There'll be somebody that says, they just don't want to tell you. This is coming from the chemtrails off the planes.
Yeah, something like that.
They're actually injecting you with these little particles of COVID-19 vaccine. That's what's really happening.
It's sun flares that are burning the ozone layer.
That could be it,
Yeah.
too. Donna says, it was really smoky at 12:15 a.m. I smelled it as well. I thought there was a fire. Yeah, well, I kind of feel like that's what we're all going through right now. Right now, the Steve Ponte Mazda Move to Mazda sales event is underway. It is back, and why? Because they have great offers here for you, including 2.9% APR financing up to 36 months on new 2023 Mazda CX-30s, CX-5s, and CX-50s. Enjoy 0% APR financing up to 36 months on new 2023 Mazda CX-9s. I love the CX-9. Great vehicle. Has a pep to it, a get up and go that you will love. And it's great on gas, just a great vehicle. But the treatment you get at Steve Ponte Mazda on Commercial Drive in Yorkville is second to none. Literally. The dealership that's achieved first place nationally in customer satisfaction of all the dealerships in America. They come in at number one. Pretty awesome. Steve Ponte Mazda, Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Come in and see Ricky Z. He will take care of you. Let's make your deal on a new Mazda. All right. Do I have to break before Dr. Hall? Or I'm going to go right to him. Doc, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. Thanks to have you on. Thank you for coming on, or whatever I'm trying to say. Dr. Kent Hall from MVHS. So what do you think of this smoke and smog and all of that?
Yeah, I went out about 7:30 last night, and it was kind of like fog, except it wasn't. It was. I got to tell you, people that have, from a medical standpoint, people that have respiratory problems, if they have emphysema or asthma or things like that, this can certainly make their life a little more miserable. So
Yeah.
they should be very careful about it.
Ultimately, it's astounding that a natural disaster like this could have an effect so far away. I mean, I realize it's close as compared to California, but it's still quite a distance away. It's really something else.
Yeah, it is. And I can remember last fall, I was up in the Adirondacks, and at sunset, the sun was just basically a red ball, an orange red ball, and that was because of the smoke from the wildfires in the Yellowstone area. So
Okay.
that these are things that we see, and the prevailing winds just carry it to us
Yeah.
when it gets distributed. So you don't really see it as smoke. It's just kind of a haze that kind of obscures things.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I wanted to ask you about your take on the way we're using, I say we as a public, the way we're using Ozempic to lose weight. And now they're talking about different different effects that people are having. Ozempic butt, Ozempic face, which is you've lost so much weight so quickly, your face looks old.
Yeah, so, there have been a number of these medications that have come up for, weight loss or to control your appetite or things like that, that seem to have a good response, but what we don't know yet, because Ozempic, especially for this particular usage, has not been around very long. We don't know what the long-term effects are. So I am cautious about it. I don't say people shouldn't use it. I just say that it should definitely be done, with good thoughtfulness and with good monitoring from your physician. Because if you rapidly lose weight, then the natural physiology of humans is that they want to maintain a degree of sameness, of homeostasis, as we say in the business.
All right.
And if you rapidly lose it, there's a high probability that over time it's going to come back to some degree. It's really just a matter of, are you also doing things that actually change your lifestyle, or are you going to need to take a medication for the rest of your life? And what will that do for you over the course of time? Ozempic is a relatively new medication, so we don't really know all of it. So I understand people using it for weight loss, but it should be done in a regimen that is thoughtful, and it's not just about the pill. It's also about what does your diet look like, what does exercise look like, and really it's really a lifestyle change or regulation more than just taking a pill.
Yeah. But I do find interesting that, if I could, Jeff, one quick thing. People who are, I wonder how many people who are taking Ozempic right now were people who said, I am not putting that vaccine in my body. And meanwhile, it just shows you, depending on the PR behind something, the news cycle, how we look at things differently.
Yeah, the psychology of the human being is a very interesting entity that is very it is unfortunately relatively easy to manipulate. There are key words and key ways of framing things that will make people do things that they normally would not do, make them believe things that they wouldn't necessarily normally believe, and so that's why we need to actually be very thoughtful about how we listen to and interpret things that are told to us.
Yeah.
Is Ozempic a drug for prediabetes, or is it a drug for something else, and a side effect of it is weight loss?
It's actually a diabetic medication, and it was found that it also significantly suppresses appetite, which is why it is also very good from a weight loss standpoint.
It also does a great job on your regularity, might I say. Call it that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Or irregularity. You won't be surprised you're losing weight. It's like, I think I lost half my body.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
I'm just wondering, again, we were just talking briefly about a conspiracy theory, and we were joking about it, but here's where I'm going with this. People will say, they'll still argue to this day, that if you take a certain type of diet soda, right, the sweetener in it, it tricks your body into thinking it's sugar, so it tries to process it and break it down. And then when you don't have that, it essentially changes the way your body absorbs sweet things or things that it thinks has sugar in it. Is that what's going on with this, that when people stop taking it, all of a sudden they put the weight back on because a metabolic process in their body has changed?
Jeff, there may be a small component of that, but I don't think it's the major thing. I think the major thing is that with Ozempic, it really is an appetite suppressant, and when you're no longer taking it, then your appetite is no longer suppressed.
Yeah.
And we, as biological entities, as human beings, over the course of time, we are used to feast and famine. So when there was food around, we ate as much as we could, and we stored it in our bodies as fat. And then when food wasn't around, we we use that fat for our energy. And what happens is that, you know, our bodies, if we lose weight, then our bodies are actually craving the calories, because that's how we get energy. That's the energy, the way we measure energy from a physiologic standpoint. And so our bodies say, well, I don't know when I'm going to be able to get food again, so I need to store as much as I can. So you are hungry, you eat more because your appetite is not suppressed, and your body immediately puts that into fat because it's looking for the next time that food isn't around.
Yeah. Interestingly, the low carb keto diet does the exact same thing. I want to say exact same. It's probably not the exact same thing, but you're tricking your body into, you know, no carbs, so it eats fat. And then when you begin eating carbs, your system's been, you know, whether it's your system's been all messed up. You gain all this weight quickly.
Correct, and it is basically for the same reason.
Yeah.
You know, carbs are like, oh my gosh, I need to, you know, what your body is saying.
Right.
Obviously, it doesn't say things, but what it is doing is basically saying, you know, I don't know when I'm going to have the opportunity to eat again, and so I need to store as much as I can, and it's going to stimulate your appetite to take in as much so that it can store it for the next time that you're fasting.
Okay, and then we're speaking with Dr. Kent Hall from MVHS. Good on this? Because I got one more thing.
Yes.
There are, I guess I didn't realize, but we're dealing with a lot of ticks this year. And it seems like with a mild winter, it's going to be, or it already has been, much worse. And now we're hearing about some new tick-borne diseases that could. And it's a brand new one, although I'm not sure how brand new it is, but they're saying new for this year. Babesiosis?
Babesiosis.
Babesiosis, okay. What is it?
So
And what do you
babesiosis
think?
is actually not new. It's been around, and it's actually been endemic in areas. What is new is that, especially in the northern areas, so northern New England, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, there's been a significant increase in the number of diagnosed cases. You know, it is a tick-borne disease, and it is actually caused by a parasite, but the parasite gets into you because the tick bites you, and the parasite is in the tick. It is carried by the same tick that carries Lyme disease. It's called the black-legged tick or the deer tick. And you're absolutely right. With the climate change that we're seeing, and with the milder winters, then the tick life cycle is extended, and it allows them to you know, have a larger population going from 1 year to the next, and that's why we're starting to see these diseases that normally, you know, have been around but have been at a lower level, and now they're significantly increasing. Just like we said, I think it was either last week or week before last.
Yeah.
Lyme disease, you know, Lyme disease was not heard of in our area in the 60s and 70s. In fact, Lyme disease is named for Lyme, Connecticut, which is where it was first found.
Okay.
You know, and now it's ubiquitous. It's like everywhere because you know of what's been going on with the tick population.
All right, interesting stuff. As always, Doc, we appreciate it. Dr. Ken Hall, MVHS. Have a wonderful week.
Thanks, everybody. Please have a great day, and please be safe.
All right. Were you adding something?
I was going to ask about the McDonald's situation with the guy who lost like 60 pounds.
I do think that's, you know, whether, you know, we can debate over how healthy it is, but I think that's caloric intake, and that's what it is. So you can eat, you could have a milkshake diet, and as long as you stay within the proper calories, then you probably would end up losing weight. Here's a little, so we now know, so there's Lyme disease and there's babesiosis or whatever that said. You know that there are many diseases that are transmitted by insects that are all, you can find them in the Northeast. I'm going to give you the disease. You tell me what insect spreads it, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready? Anaplasmosis. Which insect spreads that?
Mosquito?
Wrong. Tick. Babesiosis, we know. Borrelia mayonnaise.
Tick.
Bourbon virus. The bourbon virus.
Tick.
Props. No, it's ticks. Yeah, tick. Colorado tick fever. Well, you know, tick. There are 16 diseases that apparently the ticks spread. So, what I love though is there's news that is news, and then there's news on a slow day. And I think what happens is you get some reporter, and they're like, I see that there's a case of babesiosis. It's spread by ticks, so we're going to say this is a new disease. Meanwhile, it's been around for 50 years that we know of. And you run that story, everybody runs with it, and before you know it, you get Dr. Hall on saying, it's actually an old disease, been around for a long time.
Yeah, it's.
But read the headlines; they'll tell you it's brand new.
And you should be deathly afraid of it.
Be afraid. Yeah, I don't think you want any of these, but in many cases, you may be bitten by a tick and not get Lyme disease.
Right.
I mean, that's the part that I guess we pay no attention to. So it seems. All right, we're going to do Hobica's free money question of the day. The last 3 of 4 have walked away winning $100. We'll tell you about if you have severe back pain, neck pain, shoulder pain. If you have spinal pain, there is help. It's the Omni Surgery Center with Dr. Hyder, located on French Road in the Business Park. Website, killpain.com. It says it all. Killpain.com. You do not have to live with the pain. Call today at 315-765-8448 for an appointment. 315-765-8448. And Dr. Hyder is amazing at strategizing the relief of your pain. There's nothing worse than having pain that just won't go away. And it's when it's excruciating and you can't get rid of it. You need help. I recommend the Omni Surgery Center with Dr. Hyder. 315-765-8448. 315-765-8448. Omni Surgery Center, where modern technology meets cutting-edge surgery. Coming up, let's do our free money question this morning, Davey, and then I'm going to tell you how you can win windows and how you can become the singer at the post-race party of the Boilermaker, which is up and coming. We have 2 big announcements coming right up here. Let's start with the free money question. You're looking for caller number what?
7.
7th caller through the lines. Let's see if we can make 4 out of 5 $100 winners. Caller 7 right now, 315-736-0186. Your chance to win from Hobica and WIBX.
The love of singing, incredible talent, and dedication to a passion for music define the greatest female vocalists of all time. Girl Singer is a buoyant musical tribute to them, showcasing amazingly talented local female singers that electrify the stage with these same qualities. For 2 weekends only, June 2nd through the 4th and June 8th through the 11th, Players of Utica presents Girl Singer, a tribute. It's a surefire musical hit featuring vocal stylings ranging from pop to blues to country western, to soul, to classics. You know the songs, and now hear them live on stage like you've never heard them before. Sponsored by New Hartford Eye Associates. That's June 2nd through the 4th and June 8th through the 11th. Get your tickets for Girl Singer at playersofutica.org. Call 315-724-7624 today.
Senior and student tickets are available with proper ID at both the evening and matinee performances.
Hi, this is Lori with Express Employment Professionals. Are you looking for a new job, a career change, a position within your field? Express Employment Professionals is the staffing firm for you. Express has multiple job opportunities across many industries throughout our region. Are you an IT professional? Find that perfect company now. CNC machinists, HVAC and boiler mechanics, we've got the job for you. Are you a warehouse worker, machine operator, forklift driver? Find a better job now. Industrial painters, sheet metal workers, find that new job now. Carpenters, welders, the skilled trades, you're in demand. Bookkeepers, supply chain specialists, and administrative professionals, start a new career today. Our process is easy. Go to expressmohawkvalley.com to complete our online application and apply now. Our recruiters will call you to set up a meeting. You can also call our office at 315-790-5723. Express Employment Professionals. We make it our business to put you to work.
Coleman's Tire and Auto
Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair welcomes you to the grand opening of their brand new state-of-the-art facility located on East Chestnut Street in Rome. A grand opening celebration will be held at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair on Wednesday, June 14th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Come and meet and take a photo with Mario Andretti, one of the most winning racers of all time. Mario Andretti is a Formula One, IndyCar, World Sports Car Championship, and NASCAR winner. An Indy display card will be on site for photos along with food and special offers. Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair grand opening celebration, Wednesday, June 14th from 1 to 4 p.m. East Chestnut Street in Rome.
On behalf of IBEW Local 43 Union Electricians and the NECA Contractors, we are pleased to partner with Syracuse University in providing our members with an opportunity to enhance their education at this great university.
Syracuse University's partnership with the IBEW will provide talented students the opportunity to advance their careers while shaping the future of the electrical trades and the industries they serve.
Central New York's future is bright, and the IBEW Local 43 and NECA will continue to help light, power, and grow Central New York.
Adirondack Home Furniture knows that when it comes to outdoor furniture, you want something that's comfortable, durable, and stylish. That's why Polywood is the perfect choice. Polywood furniture is made from high-quality materials that are weather-resistant and easy to clean. Plus, each piece is designed with comfort and style in mind, so you can enjoy your outdoor space like never before. Whether you're looking for classic Adirondack chairs, stylish dining sets and sofas, or a beautiful fire pit, Polywood has everything you need to create the perfect outdoor oasis. So why wait? Transform your outdoor space into a place of relaxation, fun, and style with Polywood furniture at Adirondack Home Furniture. Stop in and explore their large selection of Polywood pieces and take one home today. Adirondack Home Furniture does custom orders, delivery, and setup. Stop in today and explore the world of Polywood. Adirondack Home Furniture in the former Riverside Mall, North Utica, or at AdirondackHomeFurniture.com.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
The official coffee of the Keeler in the Morning radio program. Davey, I need 2 screwdrivers. This thing has become limp. It's terrible. What was I just saying? The official coffee of the Keeler in the Morning radio program is Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. Daylight Donuts every single day. Fresh donuts, fresh bagels, and the freshest coffee. And the freshest coffee. It's Seattle's best. And you know that drive-thru is lightning fast. You're in, you're out, and you are on your way.
On your way.
On your way. All right, John is in Bridgewater. Hello, John. Good morning.
Hey, Bill Keeler. How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Hey, you know that fog or whatever you're talking about, the haze?
Yeah.
I thought there was something wrong with my glasses driving home yesterday. I'm thinking, what the heck is wrong? And then my wife told me when I got home.
It's crazy,
There's
right?
that fire in, where was it, Canada?
Yes, it's a Canadian wildfire.
Well, I thought my glasses were messed up, man, or too much now.
Well, it is really incredible that it is affecting the actual temperature, right? What the heck is going on with this thing?
I don't know if it does it.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that neither. So
maybe that'll help.
What'd you use, 2 coins?
Yeah.
That was
2
pretty good,
dimes.
Bill.
Well, you don't have a screwdriver. It's not working. It's not. We just have to change this out. It's terrible. The equipment around here, Dave, everything's falling to pieces. I believe it's the smog causing it. It's eroding away at the equipment, and for that reason, we're all in trouble. Are you ready, John? This is a winner here for you. I think you can pull this off.
Yeah, okay.
Name the categories you're good at. When I ask a question, what do you want me to ask? What category?
I don't know. Animals, maybe. I don't know.
Animals?
I'm not good at music.
Oh boy, it is music.
All right. Well.
Well, this is one I think you might be able to pull off. Okay.
All right. Yep.
All right. So this is from the category. Name the band. Name the band. And I'm going to throw members at you from the category Name the Band.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Here is your question. Ray, Dave, Pete, and Mick were the founding members of this 60s rock band. Ready, go.
Ray, Dave, and Nick.
Ray, Dave, Pete, and Mick.
Ray, Dave, Pete, and Mick. And what?
60s.
What did they?
60s. Just pick a band.
Oh gosh.
I think your
what it was,
glasses,
too. Was that
John. I
tip of my
think
tongue?
your glasses are fine. I think you should check the ears though.
Listen, all day and all of the night, I was thinking about this very question. Now you're hearing it again, back in this.
Yeah, my mind went blank. That's
All
that's
day
the
and
time.
all of the night.
All
Come
day and
on,
all
John, you really got me on this. Come on, man. You can do it.
Who were the names again?
It's Ray, Dave, Pete, and Mick.
Ray, Dave, Pete, and Mick. And what was the date? 68?
60s, early 60s. Davey, you want to pick one? Who do you think it is, Davey?
The Turtles?
It's not the Turtles. No, we're not happy together. We're the Kinks. The Kinks.
Oh, man.
The Kinks.
What was it, 1959, April?
No, it's 60s. Whatever.
You threw me when you said "you really got me, girl" or whatever. You really got me. I started
you
thinking of
think
Van Halen.
Yeah.
Well,
all right. Well, listen. I know it's a consolation, but here you win when you lose. And this $25 gift card that they do at Mohawk Valley Garden is awesome. You can use it at Cookies.
Yep.
You could, which by the way, today is Tuesday, which means 2 for Tuesday.
Yep.
Hot dogs.
Yep.
You get
And
2
up
hot
there.
dogs for $2.
They're smoked today.
And try any of their amazing restaurants. Aquavino in New Hartford, which is in a new location now, and it is an awesome restaurant. Babes, 72 Tavern and Grill, Taylor and the Cook, and any of the concession stands at Adirondack Bank Center or Nexus. And that's all for you. All right there, John?
definitely a good deal, man. Thanks.
It is, and try to stay clear of the smoke today.
That's funny.
All
yeah,
right.
I will, Bill. Hey,
Okay.
you guys have a great day, man.
You do the same. Thanks, John.
It is.
All
It
right,
is
bye-bye.
bad.
You were just looking outside. Now, this normally would be a clear. Did I lose him? I'm sorry. This normally would be a clear, sunny morning with blue skies.
Yes,
And it's not at all.
One of the sales gentlemen was outside, and he said, "Look at that." And we briefly started talking about it, and then you could see the entire sun was like blacked out, smoked out, if you will.
Yeah.
And it's just wild to think that that's all
Yeah.
smoke. Now, do you know how many acres have burned in the Canadian wildfires so far
How
this
many
year?
is it?
Can you go ahead? Give me a guess.
How
How many acres?
Even, I don't know, 10,000 acres.
I looked it up because he said it has to be 1 million now, right? And I said, well, probably. More than 6.7 million acres have burned in Canada so far this year.
Look at this is what Rob just sent us. This is a picture of the sun.
Exactly.
Right
exactly.
now.
It's just an orange blob.
It's like an orange blob out there. And it's because there's this basically smoke-filled filter over the over your view of the sun. All right, couple things we want to get to here. An opportunity for you to win. Number one, the Boilermaker post-race party. The Boilermaker is coming up. We're nearing that point. So, with that said, we're giving people the opportunity to once again sing the national anthem. We're working together with WTR. Actually, Craig Flint will be one of the judges.
Okay.
In the contest that will happen coming up on June the 28th at 6 p.m. at Babes at Harbor Point. Our national anthem. So the way it'll work is you come in, you sing the national anthem, and then you'll be rated, and then we'll be selecting one, maybe several, because they may need some anthem singers for some other venues for the Boilermaker.
Okay.
But you could be the one who wins it all. The chance to sing the Boilermaker national anthem before any planes fly by or helicopters, all in front of a huge crowd at the FX Map Brewery.
This is a live audition?
Live audition. We're not going to screw around. You'll know that night who wins, and it'll happen on mark it down, June 28th. If you can sing, this is a great opportunity for you.
It's the national anthem karaoke night, essentially, right?
I believe there might be karaoke after the anthem gets sung. That's what I think they're doing, karaoke on Wednesday nights at Babes.
And then when they come in, do they perform for you in their audition the entire song or just part of it? Because you're going to hear that song about 48 times.
Listen, here's the way I look at it. You can tell if somebody knows what they're doing, if somebody's really good when they get going. So you can be, stop, I've heard enough. Now, what
Are
does
you going to
that
have
mean?
a magic buzzer?
What does that mean? Have you heard enough that you don't want to hear anymore, or you've heard enough, you know this person is really, really good?
Yeah.
So I would imagine you want to sing the entire anthem.
Are they going to televise it like the TV show does?
I do believe that UTR will be doing a live shot at 6 p.m. with Craig. So it'll be this will be cool.
That is very cool.
It'll happen June 28th, Davey, Wednesday night at Babes at Harbor Point. One person will sing the national anthem at the post-race party.
Do you sing, Smitty?
No.
Yeah, I bet you sing a little karaoke. I bet you do.
Sure.
Yeah, you
it's
do.
an Elvis song, I would.
What Elvis song is your favorite to sing?
Viva Las Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas. Yeah, nice. Okay, now let's do, I've been talking about New York Sash for many years. In Alien, we had New York Sash windows put in. They completely transformed our home. In fact, I have to say that in the front of the house, there were these narrow old windows from like 1920. And they just were no longer efficient. They were hard to open. You had to have metal, aluminum storm windows on and all that for the wintertime. It just completely replaced. But if you replace them with double hung, it would change the entire look of the house. New York Sash came up with these narrow windows designed perfectly for our home. That's what they could do for you. And these were energy-efficient windows, changed everything. We're at our new home where we did half the windows last year, and then we're adding another 4 this, maybe even this week, having them done this summer. So I'm getting 4 windows, and here's the contest. You can sign up to get the very same 4 windows. Top of the line, triple glazed. They'll keep the sun out in the summertime, the cold out in the wintertime. They could be yours. No purchase necessary.
That's awesome.
So all you have to do...
win Bill Keeler's windows. Your wife's going to be upset when she hears about this.
It's so funny that you say that because the name of the contest is... I'm bringing it up. Win Keeler's windows.
Yes. How did I come up with that?
Isn't that wild? Brilliant. 4 windows for our home, and you get 4 windows as well. Simple and easy. All you have to do is sign up, and you go to our website at WIBX950.com, and along the top bar, Davey, you search for Keeler. And in that drop-down, there is the Windows contest. Click on that. You'll have all the details, the rules. Everything is there. Sign up, and you could win 4 brand-new windows for your home from New York Sash.
That's cool. And
no purchase necessary, Jeff.
You just sign up there? That's all you have to do. You don't have to answer a question.
Sign up. Nope.
You don't have to be caller 9.
There is a hoop you'll have to jump through. I don't know. There is not.
No.
You just sign up and you win. It's available on our website. Go to WIBX950.com and then just go to the drop-down Keeler and click on Keeler Window Contest, and you, too, could get windows. Oh. I'm just going to tell you something about this is just personal experience. When you have a problem, you call, they fix your windows. If something happened, like the kids are messing around, they broke something on the top, they'll come in and fix you. They're guaranteed for the life of your home, I believe. But beyond that, say a window broke. Somebody broke a window. Completely replaced. A screen, they'll replace the screen. They back their products like nobody else. Their installers are incredible, and we go back to them each and every time because you know the job. I've been through nightmares. You know when you ask for the job to be done, you know the job gets done.
That's great. That says it all.
Mm-hmm. There are very few companies you can say that about.
Right. No, it's true.
Collis is one of those companies, too.
Things aren't like they used to be.
And probably never were. No, that doesn't apply here, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Got a break. Coming up, news, top of the hour. Go to the website, WIBX950.com. Click on Keeler at the top. Drop down and sign up. The windows could be yours. No purchase necessary.
This is Harry G., the heat pump expert from Country Suburban. With New York State planning to eliminate fossil fuels, heat pumps are the wave of the future. Heat pumps can save you up to 30% or more on your heating and cooling bills. Right now, you can receive up to $20,000 in heat pump incentives. Call 315-735-5300 for free estimate.
Offer good while funds are available. Home and Hospital Medical Supply and the New Hartford Shopping Center proudly carries a wide selection of home medical equipment. Lift chairs to buy or rent, canes, crutches, walkers, powered scooters, braces, foot care products, and so much more. And if for some reason they don't carry the product you need, they'll custom order it at no extra charge. Mary and her experienced team are there to assist you Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, or call them 315-724-6767 and online at hnhmedicalny.com. Home and Hospital Medical Supplies, we make life easier.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX 950 Utica, Rome, W295DI Utica, Rome, your news, talk, and sports leader, a Town Square media station.
Director could be in hot water in Congress. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. For not handing over a document, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy demands related to their Biden family investigation.
If he doesn't come forth and allow everyone to see it, we will move contempt charges against him on Thursday.
The document details an allegation that Joe Biden may have been involved in a bribery scheme when he was vice president. Director Christopher Wray did let the Oversight Committee's chair and the top Democrat view the document only.
The FBI says this common sense safeguard is often employed in response to congressional requests and in court proceedings to protect important concerns such as the physical safety of sources and the integrity of investigations. The escalation to a contempt vote under these circumstances is unwarranted. And here at the White House, they are saying this is yet another fact-free stunt to spread thin innuendo to try to damage the president politically.
Fox's Peter Ducey. Today, House Republicans hold two hearings related to the surge of illegal immigration at the border as California threatens criminal charges against Florida after a second flight of migrants arrived in Sacramento. Another House hearing this morning focuses on protecting AM radio, which is not included in some electric cars.
Several car makers have said there's an interference issue with the AM signal, but Ford has already pledged to put AM radios back in for now, citing workarounds to the technical problem. The chair of the FCC said AM radio is critical to receiving emergency alerts while out and about.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. In the war in Ukraine, a flood disaster. A dam partially collapsed, sending water gushing into areas around the Dnipro River, forcing thousands of people to evacuate. Ukraine says Russia bombed the dam. Russia claims Ukraine did it. Iran now claims to have a hypersonic missile.
Hypersonic weapons do pose a challenge to anti-missile systems because of their speed and maneuverability. China and the United States are developing the technology. Russia says it's already used these weapons in Ukraine.
That's Jonathan Savage. America's listening to Fox News.
To all my friends, you're going to love Legacy Box. They make reclaiming your glory days as simple as 1, 2, 3. It's simple. You go around your house and you find every family photo, all your VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, reel-to-reel tapes, maybe even 8mm tapes, and the Legacy Box team will professionally digitize everything and put it up in the cloud or send you a thumb drive. Now, magnetic tape like VHS camcorder was only made to last 10 to 20 years. It does deteriorate very quickly, and that means you're losing those family memories over time. Now, Legacy Box saves and protects all of your family media, and they make sure that all those photos, all those videos are saved in perpetuity so they can be passed on for generations to come and easily shared. If you do it today, you get 40% off. It's their all-in-one digitizing kit. Take advantage of this exclusive offer right now. Use your Legacy Box whenever you're ready. Just go to legacybox.com/now. That's legacybox.com/now, N-O-W.
All right, we have what seems like clouds outside, but it's mostly smoke, 53 degrees. WIBX News Time is 8:03. This news update is brought to you by the Forgo Agency. Celebrate Flag Day with a flag exchange. Bring your old American flag to the Forgo Agency June 13th and 14th to exchange it for a brand new one. 10 people displaced by a house fire in East Utica. The two-family home on Wetmore Street was heavily damaged, especially on the second story. Firefighters say no one was injured. At 518 Wetmore Street, arriving firefighters reported heavy smoke and fire billowing from the second floor, extending into the attic. Ultimately, a large hole was cut in the roof for ventilation. And you can see from the photos on our website that some of the siding on a neighboring home began to melt off as well. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. A guard who was fired from his job at Destiny USA is expected to make an appearance in court today. The Post-Standard reports that Bruce Lavek is scheduled to face a judge after being accused of making threats of mass harm. Lavek allegedly told his now former co-workers that he wanted to shoot up the mall and also the upcoming Pride Parade in Syracuse. Levesque has been banned from mall property, but not the parade. Officials say it's a public event, and he has not been convicted of a crime.
So it's interesting but he has been charged now, right?
He now has been charged.
So the charge is making
a threat of mass harm.
And I think that's a new legislation that within the last 10 years.
I believe you're correct.
Interesting.
Anglers on the Bass Pro Tour set to kick off their latest competition, and they're actually going to be on Cayuga Lake today. In fact, the Major League Fishing event is scheduled to run through Sunday, and it features many of their biggest stars. The anglers will be hoping to get a share of $800,000 in prize money. First place gets $100,000. They're also looking to secure points so they can take part in the Tour Championship. And comedian Bill Burr is returning to Central New York later this year. Burr is scheduled to be at the Upstate Medical Arena at the On Center War Memorial on Tuesday, October 3rd. The 54-year-old Burr is an actor, podcaster, and has also played in several comedy specials. Tickets for his performance go on sale this Friday morning at 10. WIBX News Time is coming up on 8:06. Unfortunately, some more smoke in the forecast. Here's what we can expect today.
I'm Eyewitness News Chief Meteorologist Craig Flint in the WIBX Weather Center. Today, partly sunny, few spotty showers or rumbles. Winds increase once again for the afternoon and evening, a high of 72. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 48. Tomorrow, mostly sunny early, then becoming partly sunny and breezy. Bit cooler, but comfortable, a high near 70. For more on your local forecast, tune to Eyewitness News at 6 on WUTR. I'm meteorologist Craig Flint on WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM.
Smoky and 53 at 8:06.
Broadcasting from the IBEW local sports desk, I'm Devin Furpo with sports. The Golden Knights are just 2 wins away from hoisting the Stanley Cup. The top overall seed in the Western Conference blew out the Panthers 7-2 in Game 2 from Las Vegas. Jonathan Mastersalt and Brett Howden each scored a pair of goals, while Alec Martinez, Nicholas Roy, and Michael Amadio also lit the lamp. Aiden Hill made 29 saves for Vegas, which is now up 2-0 in the best-of-7 series. The Panthers are hoping to avoid the 3-0 deficit when the series shifts to Sunrise for Game 3 on Thursday. The NBA Finals have shifted to South Beach. The Miami Heat will host the Denver Nuggets for Game 3 in the 2023 NBA Finals on Wednesday night at Casa Center. The Heat evened the series at 1 win apiece at 111-108 victory on Sunday night. In Denver, Miami star duo Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler both totaled 21 points in the win. Tip-off is set for 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. The Yankees are back in the Bronx with hopes of extending their winning streak to 3 games. New York opens a 3-game series against the Chicago White Sox tonight at Yankee Stadium. Right-hander Clark Schmidt is expected to make his 13th start of the season for the Yanks. The Bronx Bombers are currently 3rd in the AL East at 36-25. The Mets are about to begin a 6-game road trip. New York faces the beasts of the NL East when it opens a 6-game set against the Atlanta Braves tonight at Truist Park. Carlos Carrasco is slated to make his 7th start of the season. The Mets have dropped each of their last 3 games and are currently 3rd in the division at 30-30. I'm Devin Furpo for sports for WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM.
Yeah, disgusting, right? Terrible. 30-30? This is what we get?
500 team.
Holy cow. Richard, on a couple of things here. It's terrible right now. You can smell the smoke, and the haze is unbelievable. It's really bad outside right now. Air quality is terrible. Rob says that if you look outside, we're supposed to right now, this would be clear skies.
Yeah.
We'd be looking at a blue sky right now. And Richard, on Ozempic, it's awesome for diabetics. It's only a suppressant. Your appetite is just less, and you eat less. It's a great medicine. Plus, I exercise as well. My diabetic levels are perfect now. Thank you, Ozempic.
It sounds like one of those ads. I hope he's dancing in his kitchen.
That's right.
Nothing is everything.
Here's what we have. This thing is broken.
Well, I think you've broken it.
No, it happened at some point.
Yeah, I can see that mic fading away there.
Terrible, Davey.
We want to do a
The
pool.
place is falling to pieces.
Can we do a pool?
When you can't find a screwdriver, see if you can find me duct tape. I'll duct tape this thing up. Got a break. We have much to get to here in the hour here on this Tuesday morning, including World War II veterans returning to Normandy to mark the 79th anniversary of D-Day. Boy, we're beginning to lose many of those,
sadly,
incredible, brave soldiers, and we'll talk about it later on in the hour. Hold on. 8:09 at WIBX.
In the June primary, Rome Mayor Jackie Izzo was running to keep steady strategic leadership working for Rome. Like 6 years and counting with no tax increase, $70 million in grant funding, $325 million in public and private sector investment, plus dozens of economic development victories, all while maintaining an A-plus financial rating. Beginning with early voting on June 17th, vote for the only endorsed Republican candidate. Vote Mayor Jackie Izzo for Rome. Leadership that's working. Paid for by friends of Jackie Izzo.
I can't take this kitchen any longer. Carl, we need to start looking for a new house.
Honey, you know the housing market is tight. It's going to be next to impossible to find something that we like.
I know, but this kitchen has to go.
Hey, what about a home equity loan from Adirondack Bank? We can turn the equity from our home into cash to renovate, just the way you want.
Renovate?
Adirondack Bank has competitive rates, and they've been a trusted community bank for decades.
A new kitchen. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
Then, of course, we would need new furniture, and we could repair the deck, even add a pool, and take that trip to Italy that we've always talked about.
Whoa, slow down, honey. Let's go talk to the experts at Adirondack Bank about that home equity loan. Then we can decide where to start.
I've always wanted to add on a craft room, and our bathroom needs a facelift.
Don't move. Improve. Stop into your local Adirondack Bank branch for more information on a home equity loan or visit AdirondackBank.com. Bank local with Adirondack Bank, your hometown community bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Buy direct from the manufacturer and make a splash with a new spa from Strong Spas, now open in Sangertown Square. Choose from over 100 ready-to-deliver spas in stock with new inventory weekly and prices slashed to move fast. Visit the largest spa showroom in New York State and ask about their many financing options. You have to see this showroom to believe it. Strong Spas. Experience the difference in person. Sangertown Square, New Hartford, or online at strongspas.com. Hurry, these spas won't last.
New Holland Workmaster Compacts and Boomer Tractors at Clinton Tractor are tough on jobs and easy on your wallet. And New Holland offers a long list of attachments, implements, and accessories to expand the versatility. Add a loader, backhoe, mid-mounted mower, or brush cutter to take care of your land, yard, or job site. These implements add to the reasons why Workmaster Compact and Boomer Tractors are the best for the money.
We are the leader in service, Clinton Tractor.
ClintonTractor.net.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. Great service at a great price.
Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair welcomes you to the grand opening of their brand new state-of-the-art facility located on East Chestnut Street in Rome. A grand opening celebration will be held at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair on Wednesday, June 14th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Come and meet and take a photo with Mario Andretti, one of the most winning racers of all time. Mario Andretti is a Formula One, IndyCar, World Sports Car Championship, and NASCAR winner. An Indy display car will be on site for photos along with food and special offers. Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair grand opening celebration Wednesday, June 14th from 1 to 4 p.m. East Chestnut Street in Rome.
There are more identity threats than you realize.
Even if you monitor your credit, only a little personal info needs to leak out, like your social security number or password,
for you to become a victim.
LifeLock alerts you to threats you could miss. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year with promo code NEWS. Go to lifelock.com.
I can't take this kitchen any longer. Carl, we need to start looking for a new house.
Honey, you know the housing market is tight. It's going to be next to impossible to find something that we like.
I know, but this kitchen has to go.
Hey, what about a home equity loan from Adirondack Bank? We can turn the equity from our home into cash to renovate, just the way you want.
Renovate?
Adirondack Bank has competitive rates, and they've been a trusted community bank for decades.
A new kitchen. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
Then, of course, we would need new furniture, and we could repair the deck, even add a pool, and take that trip to Italy that we've always talked about.
Whoa, slow down, honey. Let's go talk to the experts at Adirondack Bank about that home equity loan. Then we can decide where to start.
I've always wanted to add on a craft room, and our bathroom needs a facelift.
Don't move. Improve. Stop into your local Adirondack Bank branch for more information on a home equity loan or visit AdirondackBank.com. Bank local with Adirondack Bank, your hometown community bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Lori with Express Employment Professionals. Are you looking for a new job, a career change, a position within your field? Express Employment Professionals is the staffing firm for you. Express has multiple job opportunities across many industries throughout our region. Are you an IT professional? Find that perfect company now. CNC machinists, HVAC and boiler mechanics, we've got the job for you. Are you a warehouse worker, machine operator, forklift driver? Find a better job now. Industrial painters, sheet metal workers, find that new job now. Carpenters, welders, the skilled trades, you're in demand. Bookkeepers, supply chain specialists, and administrative professionals, start a new career today. Our process is easy. Go to expressmohawkvalley.com to complete our online application and apply now. Our recruiters will call you to set up a meeting. You can also call our office at 315-790-5723. Express Employment Professionals. We make it our business to put you to work.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
So this mic stand here probably was put in, what year was this studio put in? By the way, the thing is broken over here. It's broken over here. You got a drill bit in here holding it together. Come over from this side, Davey.
So I think it's gonna be around the 2009. Smitty, you think so? Yes. Okay. Yeah, it was somewhere around 2009.
These mics are so heavy, too.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. Here, you hold the mic.
How are we going to do this here? This is funny. I knew this was trouble when I saw him meddling.
Well, it was getting to the point where it was so limp the thing was falling straight down.
Yeah, the mic kept falling over. Yeah, no, I know. I don't dispute that. I just...
Are you implying that had we reported it, it would have been fixed?
No. We're going to have to change seats, though, here at some point.
We might have to.
Oh, okay. So while Bill is putting together his temporary mic stand, we have Bob Calley, who joined us from People First, which is formerly the Utica Municipal Housing Authority. I know you got a lot of construction going on. Don't bring him down there, please.
He's hired.
Actually, I'll fix it.
No, that is true. Bill will figure out a way to fix it. We did a Christmas show broadcast with like 2 shoestrings and a paper clip or something. I don't even know how he got a signal out of there, because there was a massive internet outage here the night before that event. That won't stay locked up there? No, of course not.
Because all of our mic stands came from Toys R Us. So
that's where I got my Mattel headset.
Yeah, that's all right. I think this will work.
That's not bad.
At least it has some ability at this point to maybe maintain for the rest of the show. I'm so sorry, Bob. Good morning.
Pleasure. Thank you, Bill.
Good to see you. All right, so we're talking about the Utica Municipal Housing Authority and a program called People First. Talk about that, if you could.
Well, People First is really a rebranding of the Housing Authority to align ourselves with what our core mission is, which is to enhance the quality of life of people. So 10 years ago, we adopted a quality of life management philosophy, which was predicated on being people-centric, people-focused, people-driven. So it only made sense to rebrand ourselves as a people-first organization.
Correct me if I'm wrong with this assessment. It seems like a lot of the warehouses that have been redone into housing have all been they're higher end. They're higher end units. This is going to be low income housing. That's
you know what, we use the term affordable housing.
Okay, yeah. I know the terms change.
Yeah, so essentially the standard is that you pay approximately 30% of your adjusted gross income towards rent, and the rest is subsidized through programs, and the construction is subsidized through the state of New York as well as through the utilization of low-income housing tax credits. So it is a loft-style apartment structure. The new Broad Street facility, 90,000 square feet, 74 units. So it's an adaptive reuse of an existing warehouse.
And it'll be loft style like housing, like you said. How much money was announced by the federal government? I think this came about 3 weeks ago, but the warehouse on the corner of Mohawk and Broad, it's huge. And anybody who's driven in that area before knows what I'm talking about. That's going to be redone into the 74 units that Bob mentioned. Also, there's an existing housing set up on Bleecker Street that's going to get a rehab.
Correct. So it's two sites. The facility on Bleecker Street is called Chancellor Apartments. It's 93 units of existing senior and disabled housing. That will be a gut rehab of that facility, and then obviously the loft-style apartments on Broad Street. And between the two sites, the state and the tax credit funders have provided us $101 million to engage in this transformation.
There's also something that's included, I think, in the Broad Street location. That's what's called transitional housing. What is that?
So there is a large population in the city of Utica in terms of youth in transition. These are youth between the ages of 18 and 24, most of them homeless or transitioning out of places like the House of Good Shepherd, and need housing. So 24 of the 74 units are going to be utilized for that population base, that demographic. While they have to be ages 18 to 24 to enter the facility, they can stay as long as they want. So they never transition out of the facility. And the other 50 units are going to be used mostly for senior age population, and the mix of senior and youth in transition has worked in other communities in the country. They treat these people as their grandparents, and they vice versa, as grandsons and granddaughters, and it works well.
What is you mentioned affordable housing, so we're trying to give it a better name. What is the percentage of people living in Utica that are in need of some sort of affordable housing?
Well, if you use poverty as a basis, the last census said that 30% of the population of the city of Utica live below the poverty level.
That's a big number.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
And you know, you have to go out and prove that you need, and there's a need for this particular housing within the city. They don't just hand you $100 million and say thank you.
Right.
And what we've seen relative to our existing population and our existing units, we have 98% occupancy levels for 1,300 units, and our waiting lists have done nothing but expand. So there's truly need within this community. And the third factor is that some of our existing private housing stock has reached its useful life and is not being maintained. So obviously the need for additional affordable housing.
So whenever we're dealing with social services of any sort, I think you have people, it depends on how you tell the story, and it depends on who's telling the story. So There would be some that would look at it and say, well, these are handouts, not appreciated, people who aren't working. On the other hand, you could present an entire case, I believe, where there's a large percentage of working poor, especially in a city like Utica. They're working every day. They just are not, or maybe don't have the skills, or just maybe down on their luck where they've not been able to find something that can cover all of their expenses.
Yeah, the vast majority, Bill, of the people that we serve are working poor. We probably have 40 people that carpool to Chobani in West Edmonton.
Wow.
And that's not unusual. So these are working poor. They have issues. They're vulnerable. That's why 10 years ago we came up with this quality of life restructuring, because we realized that in order to truly serve this population, you have to be more than a key.
Right.
Go ahead.
What do you want people to know? What do you want the people of the community to know about the program, about People First?
I think that we want people to realize that it's all of our duty to help people, a fellow human being in need or having some sort of vulnerability.
Yeah.
And so, these people deserve good housing. These people deserve services, regardless of their socioeconomic status.
Yeah.
They're human beings. They work hard. They've been stigmatized by way of their vulnerability or their need.
And the vulnerability could be a host of different things, I'm assuming. Something, maybe language could be a barrier. It could be skills. Talk about the vulnerabilities.
Yeah, it goes from obviously being disabled, being senior citizens, being at risk, having some type of addiction problem, being homeless.
Mm-hmm.
You talked about people that have resettled in this community. We had a large influx of Somali resettlers 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
They needed housing. So it's the 1920s and 1930s all over again. This is the basis upon which affordable housing was created in the city. We were one of the first housing authorities created in this country back in 1937.
Wow. Okay. All right.
I just wanted to, the 93 units that currently exist on Bleecker, what happens to the people when that's being rehabbed? Do they get moved out someplace else?
Well, what we did an internal relocation. So a year ago, we started taking units offline as they became vacant, and we created swing space. So we'll renovate those 12 or 13 units and then just keep rotating people.
And then just real quick on the warehouse on Broad. What's the name of that building? Does it have a name?
Well,
Broad Street?
It's Broad Street Warehouse, but it was a Wilcor distribution center as well.
No windows. They're going to put windows in, right?
All of the windows that were bricked up will be reopened. So they're
okay. It's going to be beautiful.
We have $4 million worth of new windows being installed in that facility.
Wow.
And then that's like old Warehouse Row over there. Are there going to be more that you can turn into housing?
There certainly are a lot of opportunities that are out there for purposes and need within the community. So this is the first of a multi-phase project.
And then you say 1920s all over again. When you drive through East Utica, Cornhill area, if you've not driven through there in 15 years, I think you'd be shocked at how these are people who have come in. They take great pride in their property, and it's really transformed parts of East Utica.
I agree. We built a 50-unit project on Taylor and Brinkerhoff, and it has served as a catalyst for purposes of stabilization. People now are reinvesting in their own properties. Yeah. Property values have increased. Assessments have increased. So it's a win-win across the board.
All right, Bob Kelly, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
I appreciate the opportunity.
It's People First, the Utica Municipal Housing Authority. People First. It's 8:28 right now at WIBX.
We invest in Herkimer and Oneida counties.
We work with the community to make things better for old and young alike.
Today, tomorrow, and in the years to come.
Every day, we put the community's long-term savings to work. Who are we? We are the Community Foundation of Herkimer and Oneida counties.
FoundationHOC.org.
We're your community foundation.
Working to build a vibrant region
with opportunity for all.
I can't take this kitchen any longer. Carl, we need to start looking for a new house.
Honey, you know the housing market is tight. It's going to be next to impossible to find something that we like.
I know, but this kitchen has to go.
Hey, what about a home equity loan from Adirondack Bank? We can turn the equity from our home into cash to renovate, just the way you want.
Renovate?
Adirondack Bank has competitive rates, and they've been a trusted community bank for decades.
A new kitchen. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
Then, of course, we would need new furniture, and we could repair the deck, even add a pool, and take that trip to Italy that we've always talked about.
Whoa, slow down, honey. Let's go talk to the experts at Adirondack Bank about that home equity loan. Then we can decide where to start.
I've always wanted to add on a craft room, and our bathroom needs a facelift.
Don't move. Improve. Stop into your local Adirondack Bank branch for more information on a home equity loan or visit AdirondackBank.com. Bank local with Adirondack Bank, your hometown community bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
On behalf of IBEW Local 43 Union Electricians and the NECA Contractors, we are pleased to partner with Syracuse University in providing our members with an opportunity to enhance their education at this great university.
Syracuse University's partnership with the IBEW will provide talented students the opportunity to advance their careers while shaping the future of the electrical trades and the industries they serve.
Central New York's future is bright, and the IBEW Local 43 and NECA will continue to help light, power, and grow Central New York.
Home and Hospital Medical Supply in the New Hartford Shopping Center proudly carries a wide selection of home medical equipment. Lift chairs to buy or rent, canes, crutches, walkers, powered scooters, braces, foot care products, and so much more. And if for some reason they don't carry the product you need, they'll custom order it at no extra charge. Mary and her experienced team are there to assist you Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, or call them 315-724-6767 and online at HNHMedicalNY.com. Home and Hospital Medical Supplies, we make life easier.
We have some clouds and some smoke outside, 55 degrees. WIBX News Time is 8:31. This news update is brought to you by My Carl's. Buy one, get one half off. Buy a bedroom set, get a sofa half off. The list goes on and on. Shop today and save. Same-day pickup or delivery. Shop My Carl's in the New Hartford Shopping Center and Destiny USA. Lawyers for former President Trump met with Justice Department officials and Special Counsel Jack Smith Monday. The meeting in D.C. comes as Smith's investigation into Trump's alleged mishandling of classified documents is said to be nearing an end. It also comes as the federal grand jury in the case is expected to meet later this week. Explosions at a Soviet-era dam in Russian-controlled southern Ukraine have sent torrents of floodwaters across the region, with each side blaming the other. The dam was built in the 1950s and was tasked with holding back an amount of water nearly equivalent to the Great Salt Lake. The reservoir supplies water to the Russian-controlled Crimean Peninsula and other areas, which are among the largest in Europe. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is marking the 79th anniversary of D-Day, the Allied invasion that ultimately helped lead to the downfall of Nazi Germany. Austin joined World War II veterans and others in France today, where he noted how desperate the battle was as the largest armada in history delivered tens of thousands of soldiers into the jaws of death. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie going to be in New Hampshire tonight to launch his second bid for the White House. Christie is set to appear at a town hall meeting at St. Anselm College and announce he is seeking the Republican nomination in 2024. Hollywood studios could be facing both a writers' and actors' strike if nothing is resolved in a few weeks. SAG-AFTRA says more than 97% of its members have voted in favor of authorizing a strike. 65,000 union members voted on the strike authorization in recent days. The union will begin its negotiations with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers beginning tomorrow. In the Oakland A's, move to Las Vegas has hit a major stumbling block. On Monday, Nevada lawmakers refused to move on a measure that would bring the A's to Sin City through public financing of up to $380 million. Early this morning, Nevada's governor tweeted that he is considering calling a special session to help push the legislation across the finish line. We have smoke and clouds in the sky this morning. Here's what we can expect for the rest of the day today.
I'm Eyewitness News Chief Meteorologist Craig Flint in the WIBX Weather Center. Today, partly sunny, few spotty showers or rumbles. Winds increase once again for the afternoon and evening, a high of 72. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 48. Tomorrow, mostly sunny early, then becoming partly sunny and breezy. Bit cooler, but comfortable, a high near 70. For more on your local forecast, tune to Eyewitness News at 6 on WUTR. I'm meteorologist Craig Flint on WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM.
Cloudy or smoky or hazy, I'm not sure. 55 degrees.
Well, it's supposed to be clear, right? But it is not. Tanya J. Powers standing by right now from Fox News. Today, of course, is the 79th anniversary of D-Day. Tanya, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, first of all, you think sadly on this is that many of the members of World War II veterans are reaching that age where they were losing them, unfortunately. But we're at the 79th anniversary, and of course, a somber day in Normandy.
Oh, absolutely. There's already been a ceremony today at the American Cemetery that overlooks Omaha Beach. That is where some more than 9,300 U.S. soldiers are buried. Many of them lost their lives in the D-Day landings and the operations that followed. There was the Defense Secretary there, the Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman there to commemorate this alongside the World War II veterans. There's also an international ceremony. I'm not sure of the timeline on this, of what time exactly they're doing this today. But there's one at the British Normandy Memorial. There's going to be officials from Germany as well as the 9 principal allied nations there. Like I said, those are just a couple of the things happening today. Over the weekend, because there was a group of 40 U.S. World War II veterans who left on the 31st of May. They took a Delta chartered flight over to Normandy. So they've been there for the last several days, kind of in the run-up to the anniversary. They've done some events as well. They did a ceremony at a monument honoring the U.S. Navy that overlooks Utah Beach. They also, on Sunday, had a wheelchair parade. They had the 40 American World War II vets. They had this parade in the streets there where the paratroopers jumped on D-Day. And the folks came out to thank them. They got their pictures made with them. Children waved. I mean, the whole deal, which is, obviously a very different sight than 79 years ago today. Yeah. Just really kind of a stunning thing to think about.
They really, they love Americans over there.
In France?
In Normandy. They really appreciate Americans tremendously, obviously, for everything that was done. But we took a trip recently, and we're over there. I never made the trip because I was running a temperature, and you run a temperature on a cruise ship, and you're not going anywhere. But my wife went and brought back a little this little jar of Normandy sand. But her observation was the that they were treated by the people of Normandy. It was just incredible. They really appreciate Americans over there.
Yeah, this is pretty. I mean, the fact that you've had this many to go take this trip. I mean, the AP did a great story on this. They were there with them and saw this. I think they posted pictures of the wheelchair parade. But the ones that they quoted were 99, 98 years old.
Yeah.
I think there was a 100-year-old person that they also quoted. I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, that's a big trip to make for anybody.
Yep. Wow. Can you just imagine for a moment? These people, these men, knew they were the first line or the second line. You were just running into bombs and gunfire, and your chances of survival were incredibly reduced. I just can't imagine being in that position.
Yeah, I think most of us can.
Yeah. Tanya Powers, as always, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Sure, thank you.
All right, Tanya J. Powers from Fox News. I want to tell you about the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills, accepting new patients. If you're in need of a new doctor, it is the area's premier osteopathic medical clinic. Dr. Shemaleski worked years in the ER. Family doctor, Dr. Zielinski, family doctor. Other physicians, Dr. Kosminski. There's acupuncture, counseling, all under one roof in one facility, the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills. At a time when there are so many retirements out there and you're looking for a new physician, someone you can count on and rely on to guide you with your health needs, the Falcon Clinic is here. Reach out today at 315-507-4751. And as the area's premier osteopathic medical clinic, they take a different approach to your medical needs. Call today, 315-507-4751, the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills.
Summer is here, and that's something to smile about. Shulman and Rosansky Family Dentistry will give you a smile that will last long after summer.
I'm Dr. Andrew Rosansky, letting you know that summer will come and go, but a great smile never goes out of season. Crowns, veneers, or cleaning will make a big difference. Give us a call today.
Get the smile that gets smiles at Shulman and Rosansky Family Dentistry, 1 Paris Road, New Hartford, and online at uticasmiles.com.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. Great service at a great price.
Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair welcomes you to the grand opening of their brand new state-of-the-art facility located on East Chestnut Street in Rome. A grand opening celebration will be held at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair on Wednesday, June 14th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Come and meet and take a photo with Mario Andretti, one of the most winning racers of all time. Mario Andretti is a Formula One, IndyCar, World Sports Car Championship, and NASCAR winner. An Indy display card will be on site for photos along with food and special offers. Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair grand opening celebration Wednesday, June 14th from 1 to 4 p.m. East Chestnut Street in Rome.
Buy direct from the manufacturer and make a splash with a new spa from Strong Spas, now open in Sangertown Square. Choose from over 100 ready-to-deliver spas in stock with new inventory weekly and prices slashed to move fast. Visit the largest spa showroom in New York State and ask about their many financing options. You have to see this showroom to believe it. Strong Spas. Experience the difference in person. Sangertown Square, New Hartford, or online at strongspas.com. Hurry, these spas won't last.
Hey, Fred F. Collis & Sons Heating and Cooling and Insulation. Call today and ask about a home energy audit. They'll come in and work with you on finding ways that you're losing money, where money is just floating out the door or out the window or through the walls of your home. And with the hot weather we have had, makes you think about air conditioning, and there's some options. If you have ductwork, it's easy to add central air, which can change your world. But if you don't have ductwork, there are answers, and a mini split system might be the answer. They're energy efficient, ability to cool and heat the home, and many rebates available throughout New York State that Collis can help you take advantage of. They can enjoy the rebates and incentive savings in addition to energy efficiency and cost savings of mini splits by contacting the expert assistants at Collis, and they'll navigate you right through the whole process where rebates and incentives are out there and could be something you could take advantage of. Reach out to Collis today at 315-768-2323 or at fredfcollis.com for more information on the cooling options for your home. As always, Collis offers free estimates, free home energy assessments, and I've experienced it myself. They are one of those businesses where you know you can trust them when they walk through your door. You know they're on standby, ready to take care of you in the winter and when you need them in the summertime. It's Fred F. Collis & Sons Heating, Cooling, and Insulation.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
You keep your house this cold?
Why is it, oh boy, you must be sick. It's not cold in here, is it? Are you feeling cold? Devin, cold?
Yeah, a little bit.
It is, all right. Well, I'm hot today. I don't know why.
You're on fire, Bill.
Yeah. Well,
No,
it's
I think
these microphones that I've exerted all of my my energy into fixing this mic stand that isn't fixed, by the way.
Yeah. So,
And it's not simple because this is just for me and you. This is hardwired down through and into the board. So it's not a just switch out the mic cord and stand. We're going to need an engineer to fix it.
Great.
Unless you can get this off. And I can't get that off. I have the tools, but I don't think I can do it.
Yeah, I might have some liquid wrench at home. I mean, do you think that would work?
It might work. Earlier this morning, let's see, we were talking about a couple of different deals. Obviously, this smokiness that's out in the community right now, and really over the whole Northeast, all coming from Nova Scotia area of Canada, where there are wildfires, and it's made its way down and has covered our sky, literally blocking the sun and lowering the temperature, the high temperatures here. We may have been 3 or 4 degrees cooler yesterday because of this smog.
Over 6.5 million acres have burned so far. So if you need some references to how much do you need to burn in order to create smoke that blocks the sun, I guess you'll need about 6 million acres or more.
I talked this morning about the Apple announcement yesterday. There's some really cool things that are coming to your iPhone, your iPad, your Apple Watch that'll cost you nothing. These are updates that'll happen in the fall. Some pretty cool things that probably should have been done before. And then they introduced a few computers and introduced this thing called, what is it called again? The Apple...
the VR.
It's a VR, yeah.
Yeah.
I forget they gave it a name. It is the... I didn't have it here. And it's called the Apple...
It's a Vision Pro.
Vision Pro.
Vision Pro,
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
The Vision Pro goggles, which you put on, and it allows you to literally... You'd set up you have to watch the video to understand it and to really appreciate what their claim is. And you literally could watch a movie. But when watching this movie, you could set it up where it's playing on a like a screen in a movie theater. And you could make your background your living room. Or the background could be some mountainous region or the ocean or whatever you want it to be. It's just incredible. You can use it for Zoom meetings. And, oh, by the way, when they see you on the other end of a Zoom meeting, it will recreate your face without goggles. What they see on the other line of the Zoom meeting will be you without goggles, even though you're wearing them. That's some big stuff here. And you have a comment on it, and I'll gladly comment on the comment.
Well, to me, my thought is it's just so weird via the our app here. Ralph said a $3,500 price point, another overpriced novelty from Apple. No, thank you. That's what he says.
I think a lot of people will feel that way, but there will be plenty that will do it. What did you say, Devin? I knew I wanted to comment on that too.
I think it's interesting because we saw Google try to do something about it, something similar to this about like 10 years ago, and they had the prototype out, and I was looking into it, and they actually just discontinued it this year.
They did because it here's the difference between Apple and everybody else, and I'm biased probably, but they won't release something until they have it right. Now, I've seen situations where they haven't had it right, but for the most part, their products are well done, and I just don't think those glasses they didn't have the run that this does 1,000 times more than what those glasses did.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
But it's
but $3,500. You not only would if you want to sit there by yourself, if you're a loner, I guess this would certainly change your world. Otherwise, you're going to need to fork out,
at least $7,000.
Maybe
right?
you want a set of goggles for everybody in the family. Video games, it'll change video games. Need I say, Davey, it'll probably change the world of seedy videos that you might be able to find on the web. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but
yeah, no dollar bills needed. See what I'm saying?
Grass seed, bird seed.
Yeah, I feel like it will. There's this. If this doesn't succeed, it opens the door for something to succeed.
You mentioned
and it's scary as hell.
It is. You said the Google glasses were 1,000 times different in?
No, I think that these
are 1,000 times better.
These do so much more than what those glasses did.
And this is so much more, again, virtual reality. You were actually looking through glasses with the Google glasses. You were still seeing the real world. These cover your eyes and project what you see.
Not always. No, it allows you to see the real world. So, for instance, if you're in your living room and you have the goggles on, and someone walks in, it automatically knows someone walked in, and it will change the view so you can see the person who just walked in as if you didn't even have the goggles on.
Right. So essentially, your screen has changed. That's a virtual reality thing.
It is. You could use it that way, but my point is, if let's say you're surfing the web and you're wearing these goggles, and I'm sitting right here, I could place the computer screen right up there where that TV is, and everything else in the room I would be seeing. I'd be seeing you, I'd see the clock. Everything would be there. Or I could make everything go away. It depends on what you want to do. But you can still remain where you're still looking within your room or your workplace. You'll see this, I think, application work for people that are working in medicine. I mean, think about what this can do if you're trying to teach a medical student and you can bring in a 3D image of a heart. That was one of the examples they used yesterday. And you can show and break it all up, and now that means every student's going to have to be wearing these goggles. I don't know how you pull that off at $3,500 a shot. But if it isn't something that takes off in terms of for just regular consumer use, I do feel like this is advancing the technology further than we've ever seen it before.
You know, one of the things that I keep seeing even before this announcement, and from what I can see from the video, it looks pretty high quality, but essentially VR batting practice for baseball players. You get a baseball bat that's a length and a weight that you think is appropriate for you. You put the bat in your hand. The VR can sense it, the swing motion, and essentially you step into a batter's box like you're at Citi Field or Yankee Stadium, and there's a VR pitcher hurling, an 85, 95 mile an hour fastball at you, and you swing the bat in your garage or your backyard or whatever. And it can sense, did you make contact, or I guess for lack of a better term, were you in the neighborhood? Did you get a base hit, a single? It projects how far you would have hit the ball had you made actual contact. I mean, it's really mind-blowing stuff. It's scary to me.
It is, but I wonder. Yeah, again, I just think the technology is going to go places that we have not gone before.
There's certainly a lot of great things.
Think about it.
Not even good,
if
great.
If you're a paraplegic and you're wearing these, all of a sudden you're traveling and it looks like you're really there. I just think there are a lot of options here where this could be used and could be really something. But it is advanced technology like we've never seen before, in my opinion.
So
pretty impressive.
This is going to be. I'm totally impressed with it and scared. This is going to be a very bizarre analogy, but bear with me here. I've made the point before, and I'm not the first one by any means, but the NCAA tournament, you gauge, not you, everybody, we gauge Syracuse's success or failure on the season and how they did in the tournament. They could have been terrible all year. Did they make the tournament? Oh, and they went to the Sweet 16. It was a great year.
Yeah.
Versus they went 24-3 and got bounced in the second round. Didn't make the Sweet 16. Oh, they stink. They're so bad. My point being this.
I can remember both of those scenarios for Syracuse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it negates, it minimizes, if you will, the regular season, all those games in the regular season, where we put a total emphasis on just that one. How did the team do in that bracket, in that tournament? My concern is we make this so cool. It's like a drug addict. You make real life boring. Like an addict doesn't want to go through the day without whatever their fix is, and we kind of make real life so dull and boring that we don't want to be a part of real life. That's what scares the heck out of me.
Nagel says the price on this thing will plummet once they make porn for it. Listen, this is a developers meeting, the week that they have. So they're basically giving the technology to developers and saying, go do what you can with it. That's what this is all about. Yeah, like opium. You just sit there and you just keep smoking away. And if you think TikTok is mesmerizing to the point where there's addiction coming from TikTok or other social media platforms, what is this going to do? You really, really do have to wonder. A couple of stories out there that I think are something worth jumping on. We do things for animals like we do things for humans. Chowk is an Asian elephant living in Cambodia. Lost his foot on a poacher's snare, but has been given new life. A prosthetic allowing him to walk, swim, and run again. Yes, we've made a prosthetic for an elephant. Here is Cam Whitnall, who runs the Paradise Wildlife Park and Big Cat Sanctuary, talking about the new foot for the 44. The new foot, the prosthetic foot, weighs 44 pounds. Here's audio.
This here is a prosthetic foot, and we're about to go put it on Chuk, the Asian elephant. Chuk sadly lost his foot to a snare when he was young. So the team provide him a prosthetic foot every 6 months. First, they clean it to reduce any infections and sores, and the foot goes on, which is made from recycled tires and plastics. And this is all done through positive reinforcement training. He's given a juicy coconut as a reward, and now he's able to walk, run, and swim freely without any pain.
All right.
How do they know he doesn't have any pain?
Well, he seems to be doing quite well with it. Maybe he's not showing pain. Maybe they know how elephants show pain.
That's quite amazing. Again, that's a great technological advancement. We've come so far, and it's a great thing, but I'm still really scared.
Ultimate Classic Rock put out you're cold is what you are. Ultimate Classic Rock put out a list of what they call when good songs go wrong. They also call them 35 terrible classic rock covers. Can you think of any? John, you should come in for this because you could answer this. 35 of the worst classic rock covers. You know when you invite your boss in, you're asking for it. Right over there on that mic stand that works.
I heard rumor about this.
Yeah,
That's what I was checking out.
Yeah, what a mess. So you tell me rock covers that are horrible. There's a list of 35 of the worst classic rock covers. And number one on the list, I don't know that I agree with.
I'm going to say, I'm trying to think in the classic rock world. So, are we talking classic rock artists that are covering classic rock, or are we talking more modern artists covering classic rock?
It could be everything. Let me give you an example. They're saying Mick Jagger and David Bowie's rendition of Dancing in the Street has been thought of as the worst.
That's terrible.
I kind of think that's an okay song.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
Again, it captures the spirit.
Let's see. It actually only hit number 7 on the list. Another terrible classic rock remake belongs to Fred Durst and Limp Bizkit. 2003, they covered The Who's classic Behind Blue Eyes.
Agreed.
One of the worst. Do you agree with
Agreed,
that?
yes.
All right. Now, how do we get this mic stand fixed?
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at.
Yeah.
We've got an engineer.
This is stuck on here. So the piece broke off, but this we can't get in order to put another bit on the end of it.
We have an engineer coming in today, so we brought to his attention just for you, Bill.
Thank you. Good man. This is our boss, John. Good man.
And
Listen, we gotta go. News straight ahead, top of the hour. It's 8:57. Remember to check out our website at WIBX950.com. Click on Keeler and register to win those free windows from New York Sash.
Summer is here, and that's something to smile about. Shulman and Rosansky Family Dentistry will give you a smile that will last long after summer.
I'm Dr. Andrew Rosansky, letting you know that summer will come and go, but a great smile never goes out of season. Crowns, veneers, or cleaning will make a big difference. Give us a call today.
Get the smile that gets smiles at Shulman and Rosansky Family Dentistry, 1 Paris Road, New Hartford, and online at uticasmiles.com.
Hi, this is Lori with Express Employment Professionals. Are you looking for a new job, a career change, a position within your field? Express Employment Professionals is the staffing firm for you. Express has multiple job opportunities across many industries throughout our region. Are you an IT professional? Find that perfect company now. CNC machinists, HVAC and boiler mechanics, we've got the job for you. Are you a warehouse worker, machine operator, forklift driver? Find a better job now. Industrial painters, sheet metal workers, find that new job now. Carpenters, welders, the skilled trades, you're in demand. Bookkeepers, supply chain specialists, and administrative professionals, start a new career today. Our process is easy. Go to expressmohawkvalley.com to complete our online application and apply now. Our recruiters will call you to set up a meeting. You can also call our office at 315-790-5723. Express Employment Professionals. We make it our business to put you to work.
From D.C. to the state capitol, we've got it covered on WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX 950 Utica Rome, W295DI Utica Rome, your news, talk, and sports leader, a Town Square media station.
79 years ago, it was hell on earth. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, and some who fought on D-Day in a key battle that helped liberate Europe from the Nazis in World War II have gone back to France.
I got in on the planning of D-Day. I got the Bronze Star.
Jake Larson's now 100 years old. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin's in Normandy for the commemoration, and he praised the people of Ukraine for defending themselves against Russia's invasion.
And today, I am more determined than ever to stand by them for as long as it takes.
There is a flooding disaster going on now after Ukraine says Russia bombed a dam, sending water gushing into areas around the Dnipro River. Thousands